A radio star is born.
You're going to love
Talk Radio. Talk Radio.
Good evening, dear listener. Iain Lee. Busy show tonight. Angels, we'll be talking about at 10:30. Before that, though, get your calls in early. 0844 499 1000. We've got Stephen Murdoch coming on. He's a computer whiz kid. If you've got a problem with gadgets, computers, anything like that, he will be able to help. First of all, let's get the news. Talk Radio.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Young doctor, you have to go on strike. I said, young doctor, if there's something you don't like, the British people want the doctors to give this government a beating. I looked up at the doctors and said, I hope my policy is clear. Keeping people fit isn't really the idea. It's called privatisation, and I want that to happen here. My NHS. There's underfunding in my NHS. Doctors should be working less, not more. But I ignore opposition to the contract imposition. Running down the NHS is one of my successes. My NHS. I'm not telling the truth about my NHS. Yes, I seek to trick the public, but I'll tell you, if you didn't know before, nightmare. Health Secretary is what NHS stands for.
That's satire. That's called satire. There's Cassette Boy and Jeremy Hunt. If you were listening on Periscope, you would have heard the swear in there. I dumped it, although I probably could have got away with it. It doesn't matter. Evening, this is Iain Lee, Talk Radio. If you want to give us a call, now's a good time to do it. We've got... Listen, we've coasted the first 5 weeks. I'm all out of breath. I'm terribly unfit at the moment. I'm on the other side of the cold, but I'm still struggling to breathe a little bit. But I'm still struggling to breathe a little bit. No idea what's happened here. Right. We've coasted the first 5 weeks or so with no content, and that's fine, and it's worked. But I just kind of thought last week it was sort of running its course a little bit. So we're going to start introducing features. And I was reminded last night when a young lady called in of someone I used to work with years and years ago, a computer and gadgets expert called Stephen Murdoch. Now, he used to work at ISO Solutions, and he used to come in on when I was at LBC and at Absolute. Had a little bit of bad luck in his life. But I was reminded yesterday, and I got in touch, managed to track down Stephen Murdoch today. So he's coming on the show for the first half an hour of the programme. If you've got any questions about computers, gadgets, you can't get your... look how old I am. I was going to say you can't get your video to record. Anything like that, he will be able to sort it out. The man is a genius. 0844 499 1000. We'll call you back. Stephen joins you on the line now. Good evening, Stephen.
Hello there. Hello. Great to speak to you after all this time.
It is great, and I know you don't want to dwell too much on what's happened, but for those people that, I mean, we probably spoke on air 5 years ago.
That's right. Yes, I used to come into LBC. I don't know for any of your old, any of your old listeners who might remember me from those days.
Well, we had someone yesterday who actually had a problem with one of the things you recommended. That's fine.
Oh dear.
Yes, that's fine. Thanks for coming on. We got you for the whole first half hour, which is great.
Okay.
Sorry?
Okay, I don't know I can stay all that... No, I'll do my best. Do my best to help.
We've got the Angels lady coming up at 10:30 to talk about angels.
What is that? An angel lady?
Where have you... What's just very... In a sentence, Stephen, if you can you summarise the last 5 years?
Oh, well, I left ISO. I work for a Japanese company now. I'd rather not say which one. I keep myself very much involved with technology, where things are going, computing.
You've been to prison, haven't you?
Yes, I have. I don't like to mention that too much, but yes, and I'm all right. I'm fine now. So. And this is we've moved on. We've moved on.
Stalking.
Well,
would you call it stalking?
That's not quite what it was. I was not found guilty of that. Harassment is not the same as stalking.
Okay.
I would like, I probably should set that clear. I want to set that record clear right at the start. No, it's quite an important thing, but
okay, well,
it was not. It was
fine. It's fine. Let's talk about the.
Can I just? Can I just say it's kind of quite important that
Okay.
it was harassment. No, it's very important. It was harassment.
Okay.
I want to say
Stephen, I'm going to let you do it. You've just gone from not wanting to talk about it to
well,
I just thought. I just thought that maybe you'd want to talk to us about Apple and the bad luck that Apple is having.
Right. Before we get into the Apple thing, which I was quite happy to talk about, I just wanted to set the record straight. It was harassment. It wasn't anything violent, and it wasn't actually, strictly speaking, stalking. With quite a well-known pop personality. Well, that's well documented.
It was in the press. Apple have had, they've lost £40 billion, of their worth. They're down, Apple shares are down 8%. Where's it gone wrong for what was an unstoppable tech company?
Right, well, Apple, as you say, I've had the figure at 8 billion myself. I thought it was 5.5 billion pounds.
No, it's 8.
Compared with this time last year, and the shares have fallen quite right.
8%, and it's down $40 billion. So it's 5 times more than you think.
Well, I don't work for Apple, so I'm not. I know those figures. The figures are just ones I picked up from the industry. Okay, so Apple. Shall I continue? Right, so Apple, I mean, basically what the chances for Apple, I think, really, let's face it, they're not dynamic. They release something twice a year. They're a long way from the breadline, let's put it that way. They're reported to have $20 billion in offshore reserves alone. I think what the future for Apple is, there's a lot of people believe that...
Where's it gone wrong? Where's it gone wrong for Apple, Stephen?
Right, well, as I was saying, Ian, they only release something twice a year. They need to come out with more stuff, more inventions. There's all sorts of things they could be doing. Health tracking advice is very big for them. The Apple Car is something.
Well, they do.
iPhone SE,
the argument I heard from... there's a guy called Fevzi, the gadget detective on another station,
right,
was that there's only so many iPhones you can sell, and they've saturated the market. Would you agree with Fevzi?
Well, yes, I think that I know him, actually. I know him, and I do often agree with what he says. What I think they need to do is get more into the virtual reality. I've just come back from the Stoke-on-Trent computer fair. They were showing off a virtual reality. I actually had to go on Lucy, which sounds rude until I tell you she's a 1.6 bot. And she's got a nice bot. Unfortunately, it's made of titanium steel. It's a robot. I've made that joke to all the guys and they laughed there. There's robots. That's the sort of thing they get into virtual reality where you can...
No, I totally disagree with sex with a robot.
It's a clip I've got. It's just a clip I've got there that fits in with what you were saying. Sorry, I'll play it again.
I missed that. Sorry.
I'll play it again.
No, I totally disagree with sex with a robot.
It's a clip I've got.
Sorry, is there someone in you've got someone in there? Is that Fez?
No, I've got...
Is Fezzy in there?
No, not Fevzi.
No, I totally disagree with sex
It's a recording. It's an app on my computer. You probably heard of it, Soundboard, and I've just got lots of things triggered on there.
Right, okay.
Will Guyatt, who's another computer guy who's excellent, was saying that this is not going to be a massive problem for Apple, that they will be able to turn this around.
Right, okay. Well, perhaps you get him and Fezzy on.
Yeah, well, maybe next time we will.
You seem to be more interested in quoting them and accusing me of things that I haven't done, but never mind.
Rory's on the line. Good evening, Rory.
Oh, hello, Ian. How are you?
Good, thank you. You're through to Stephen Murdoch. What's your computer gadget or technical problem?
Oh, it's the LBC podcast app. I installed it and it cost quite a lot of money, and the podcasts are not of very good quality. They keep mentioning the EU and stuff like that, and then sometimes they just don't work. But the Talk Radio one's much better. Also, the Talk Radio app can't.
If we can get to the question, please, Roy, because there's loads of calls.
I can't really answer questions about something the LBC podcast. I don't really, with all due respect, I don't really have any say on that.
All right. Well, not LBC. The Talk Radio app, I tried to install it on my iPod and it wouldn't go on my iPod.
So what's the question, please, Rory? Can get to the question.
What's kind of the question?
The question is,
just get to the question, please, Rory. We've got big queue people that want to talk.
Okay. The question is,
yes.
The question is, where am I going to get a computer?
Where is Stephen? Where is
Rory
going to get a computer? That was the question.
What's that got to do with downloading a podcast?
Where would he get a computer?
Well, a computer shop. PC World.
Rory, does that answer your question?
Yes, that's amazing.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's go.
Ridiculous.
Oh, hang on a second. Sorry, Stephen.
Held responsible for podcasts not downloaded.
Let's go to Kyle. Yes, Kyle, you're through to Stephen Murdoch.
Oh, hi Ian. Hi, Stephen. I just wondered what Stephen made of Google Cardboard and the 3D virtual reality.
Oh, this is actually ridiculous. Are you?
Carl,
yeah, is that? Go on, sorry, Ian.
I'm really sorry, Stephen. This was not right. He's gone. 08444991000. Let's try Leon. Leon, you're through to Stephen Murdoch. What's your question,
Google
please?
Cardboard. What's that when it's at home?
Yeah. Hello. I called last night. Stephen gives some advice on the radio on a previous show that you had.
No, it was were you the girl that called last night?
Yeah, I called last night.
It was a girl.
He gave advice on how to water cool a PC from an air cool system, and it involves
water cool what is it?
Water cool the PC.
A water cool the PC. I don't know what you're talking about. Water cool the PC. What's that?
Well, you give the advice.
Well, I don't know what you. A water cool the PC. I've never heard of that. Ian, I can't stay here for half an hour.
No, you're not going to have Stephen.
Down the line.
No, don't let him run away from me, Ian.
No, hang on a minute. I think there may be a problem with the line. Stephen, he's talking about a water cooled PC. So the water cools the PC.
I had temperature problems. My PC was heating up.
All right, Leon, just calm down ever so slightly if you would.
Ian, sorry.
Right, there's something with if I get you right, you come on here. You've got a PC, I understand, and it's overheating. And you phoned up Ian's show, and then you've asked me. You want to cool it down, presumably. It's overheating. It's malfunctioning as a result of the temperature.
Exactly,
and you've come on here, and you've suggested to me that there's something that is cooled by water that's running.
No.
Is that what you're saying?
No, you advised people to place water inside the case of the PC.
Absolute nonsense.
Well, I mean,
absolute nonsense. Do you want me to? I've come on here in good faith, and I don't really have time.
Let's just try. Let's just try another one.
Here, you accuse me of all sorts.
Well, you served 3 years in prison for stalking Charlene Spiteri. Neil's on the line. Neil.
How dare you?
Hello.
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 Hello. Hello. Ian.
You're through to Stephen Murdoch. What's your question, please?
Hello. Yeah, basically, I've got a question about canals. I was wondering, I like pole fishing on canals.
No.
If there was any computer technology that I can use to aid my fishing, pole fishing on a canal.
Are there any apps?
That's ridiculous.
Any apps, Stephen, to aid? Well, there are some apps that will aid your pole, but that will aid pole fishing for Neil.
On canals.
Right, I've got an app for you. I've got an app where you can put together your pole and shove it where the sun don't shine.
That's not very nice. I mean, Ian knows about canals.
I'm going to go in a minute.
Being a radio presenter, formerly of WM in the Black Country, where there are a lot of canals and a lot of canal fishers.
And you want to what? An app that does what?
Well, I wondered if there was any technology that would aid my fishing, basically. Just a simple question, quite innocent, really.
Right,
I'm not an offensive Wednesday night warrior.
Right, well, no doubt there are some apps that will tell
It's
you
not
the best
Charlene
place.
Spiteri you're talking to, Stephen, so a bit of respect.
She gave me a come on. Singing, dancing all over the place. I heard the message.
To be honest, mate, I'd rather talk to Iain anyway, if I'm quite honest.
Right, well, you speak to Iain then, I'm going.
Oh, you hang up then, Matt, pal. Go on, hang yourself up.
Right, thank you, goodbye.
Ta-da. How's it going, Iain?
Talk.
We will try again, don't worry, we'll, just think that we need to have, every show can't be kind of complete free-form nonsense, nothing in it, so we maybe that was a bad start, but we will learn from our mistakes. We're a new station, we're a new show. John's on the line. Good evening, John.
Hello, Iain, my darling.
Yes, John.
Is the technology man gone?
Yes, we've lost him. Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame, that, because I had a right old predicament. Ooh.
What's your problem, John?
Well,
I can think of
on your recommendation on the radio, you suggested one day, I believe, the Bare Naked Ladies as a band.
Yes.
And I went to search it up on the keyboard screen, and I typed it in, but I accidentally left out the bear.
Yes.
So I just searched naked ladies,
Beautiful.
you see.
Beautiful.
47 times.
Yep, yes.
I need to get rid of that, ideally, because it's not my computer, it's the library's. So...
you should splash out on your own computer, John.
I don't want one of those, no. People asking me to sign up to the Twitter, man, and all that.
Well, thank you very much indeed. No, me neither. Kath, you can come in for Gatford.
Hi there, boss.
I know I've put on weight. I can see now. I'm watching the show. I can see the Periscope feed, right? Periscope.tv/Iain Lee.
Yeah.
I know I'm fat.
Hey, why are you saying that when I'm on the air?
No, well...
Is that a dig?
No, not at all. I wouldn't now. I'm one of you. I'm a fat man.
What? One of us? Oh. You're not one of us. You've only had this for the last 20 minutes.
Oh, what have I got to do to... fair play, if I have a big poo, I'll lose a lot of weight. But what have I got to do to become one of the fat posse?
Well, don't talk about people being part of the fat posse. It's like, don't mention that. Just embrace it.
Okay.
But just don't go on about it.
Okay.
Talk about it.
Okay. So are you saying I am fat?
In comparison, no.
Thanks very much indeed. I appreciate it. What you got for us, Gatford?
Well, I was calling up to speak to Stephen Murdoch, but he appears to have done a runner.
Unlucky.
Yeah, well, fair enough. His loss, I feel. His loss.
Well.
What's your topics?
Well, we're going to... Who are we speaking to? I don't know the name of this woman.
Melissa Kitto.
Melissa?
Kitto.
She sounds Southern Hemisphere-ish.
She is, I think, a Kiwi by birth, but she now lives in the States.
Okay. And if you want to see her website, communicatewithangels.com. I've seen how much she charges. Flippin' heck.
Well, they don't come cheap.
Well...
Does she kind of put you in touch with one?
Yes, with a heavenly body.
No, you're making it sound like an escort service, which it's... Well, I don't know, maybe it is. Maybe you can have sex with an angel.com.
.org, surely.
Dog?
.org.
Dog? Sex with an angel dog?
If you want, yeah. You can ask her. I don't know whether she'll set you up or not. But...
Well, so the police burst into my house today.
Which one of them, Stuart Copeland or Stig?
Thanks very much indeed. He made the police gag, and for that he's banned for the rest of the show. Russ is on the line. Evening, Russ.
Evening, Iain.
Do you believe in angels, Russ?
All right, mate. Not bad, thanks.
No, maybe you didn't hear me. That's a brilliant answer to a question I didn't ask. I asked, do you believe... No, it's fine. Do you believe in angels?
Well, I'm a bit sceptical, but I'd like to believe in it, you know what I mean?
10 minutes time. We're going to have content.
No.
It's content.
No, 11:30.
Oh, this is 10:30.
No.
Oh, an hour. In that case, an hour in 10 minutes time, Russ. We will have an angel expert on. I don't really know what an angel is.
Supposed to be some kind of guardian angel thing who watches over you. I like to believe in those things, but I'm a bit sceptical.
You can't describe something by using the word that you're describing. So saying, what's an angel? Well, it's kind of a guardian angel type thing. I still don't know what an angel is. Is it like a ghost?
No.
It's a guardian.
Angel.
It's a messenger, isn't it? It's supposed to be God's messenger.
Let's get Russ's interpretation of it. Go on, Russ. What do you reckon it is then?
It's supposed to be someone who watches over you, isn't it? You know, an entity that watches over you.
Is bullshine, though, isn't it?
It's one of them things, isn't it? We don't know. I like to think. I've had experiences in life where you think, well, maybe I've got one, but...
I've had experiences in life where I've had one.
Well...
Back to sexwithangels.com.org.
I had a question for that Stephen Murdoch, and he's gone.
He's gone, mate. What was the question? Maybe I can help.
I wanted to know if it was gonna, if it'd be safe to fit a 25cc petrol strimmer engine to the Whilst Rampant Rabbit. But
It's got to be. Hang on, I've got a punchline for this. It's got to be worth a crack. That's not bad, is it, Russ? That's not bad, is it? That's not bad. It sounds particularly crap in my ears today.
Yeah.
Does it sound at yours?
Mm-hmm.
More so than usual?
Yeah, I think. And my
It
microphone
does.
sounds distant, doesn't it?
Are you talking into the right bit of your microphone? Take the cover off.
Can't. It's got a thing on it. It's got one of them, like, what are they called?
Just take it off. Just whack it
Can't.
off. Just whack it
It
off.
needs scissors.
You don't need scissors.
It does look.
It's got cable tie.
Yeah.
But it sounds very crackly.
It still sounds weird.
The studio's pony. That's why. Don't worry. It'll get sorted tomorrow. There's a lunch happening tomorrow.
Excellent.
Hope the bosses are ready. Emails have been sent. Mutiny. 0844 499 1000. So much to talk about. So little time. I went for a swim today in a swimming pool that I have not used since I was 14 years old, so 28 years ago. And I didn't go for a swim, actually. I went for a steam in it. And I really wanted to see a man drying his penis with a hairdryer. But...
Do you want to explain why? It's not
No.
just something you're into.
No. It was unisex. It wasn't unisex when I was a kid. It was unisex.
What? Changing?
Yeah, well, you got cubicles.
All right.
But yeah. And here's the rub. I'm going to sneeze, hang on. Oh, yeah!
Oh, bless you.
Here's the rub. I went and had a shower. What do you do in the shower in the swimming pool?
Lather up.
You strip off.
Mm-hmm.
I was stripped off having a shower. And then as I was drying my testicles, there was a sign that said, if you're going to be naked in the shower, don't be naked in the shower.
Oh.
I thought, well, that's...
Bit late.
Another swimming pool I go to, the shower's poolside.
Oh, right, so you've got to go in with your trunks on.
Got to go in with your trunks on.
Ideally.
What age do you stop your children from showering naked in front of other people?
Well, it's different with little girls. It's more of a faff to get the cozies off, so I just stick them in fully clothed if it was that scenario.
I reckon the boys could get up to about 15.
I reckon probably about 7 or 8.
No, it's too old. That's too old. 0844 499 1000. I'm on the other side of the cold. But I thought it was 10:30. It's thrown me slightly. It's my fault. I'm still struggling to speak a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
By next week it'll be groovy, man. If you want to give us a call, 0844 499 1000. I don't believe in angels. I think it's bullshit. I think it's complete and utter nonsense. But I'm prepared to listen to a woman who charges, let me just get that figure. Hang on. $697.
What's that for?
That's the Angelic Business Secrets course, including Angels Direct Connect private session.
Oh, blimey.
$700, what's that? 600 quid for angels. I just think, I'm fat, look, I'm looking fat.
Well, if you sit like that...
No, I feel it, I feel fat, I can feel an obstruction that's preventing me from reaching my maximum potential. Can you turn the outer rim of the lights off?
Yeah.
Go and answer those phones, because I'm about to make them go mental.
Right.
I'm about to make them go mental. And can you ask Iain to put that call through as quickly as possible?
Hang on, let's do that first.
Let's do that first. Don't chat to them. That's my job. Yeah, that'll do. Beautiful. What's he chatting to them for? I don't know. That's my job. Don't chat to them, Ed. Put them through. It's my job. Oh, it's my job. Neil, what are you talking to him for?
Ian.
Yeah, what are you talking to him for?
Oh, I was talking to Ian.
What?
I was talking to the other Ian that put me through.
There's no other Ian.
Yeah, it was that Ian from New Zealand.
He's called Id.
Id?
Id?
Well, he said Ian.
But what were you talking to him for?
He was probably pretending to be you.
He probably wasn't pretending to be me. What were you talking...
No, he probably was, actually.
Well, he probably wasn't.
But actually, what I wanted to talk about...
But what were you talking to him about?
I first listened to you on the radio from CWM.
Neil?
Yes.
What were you talking to him about?
He was trying... Basically, what I was talking to him about was the adversities of O2 network communication, because he tried calling me back and then it hung up.
Right.
And I was going, hello, hello, and he was going, hello, hello.
Yeah.
In his New Zealand accent. I can't quite get it.
No.
But anyway, what I wanted to say was, and I hope I can say this on Talk Radio.
Well, it depends. Are you going to be racist?
It's not. No, it's not
then
racism.
Probably can't say it.
It's just something about BBC WM. That's all it is.
Go on then.
About your time on there.
Yeah.
And it was at Fridays. At 2:00. It was absolutely brilliant. Me and my brother. We worked all week. We used to listen to BBC WM primarily for the traffic updates because we work in and around that area.
Yeah, you like roads.
So it is quite useful for that.
Yeah.
But anyway, after Caroline Martin on Friday...
Yes.
And bringing it, from going through Caroline, coming to you...
Yes. So you used to like that show? I love that show.
Fantastic.
Another place I was shafted.
And Kimberly, I don't know if you talked. Have you talked to Kimberly since? Who you could never say hello to her.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Hello.
Yeah, yes, no, I've not spoken to her since. She's not found me here yet. How long have you been listening to this show on talkradio.co.uk?
On Talk Radio, well, literally probably about a couple of weeks.
Okay, and how are you finding it?
I'm finding it quite random.
Right.
But that is part of the beauty of it, if I'm totally honest.
That's the charm. That's the charm.
Yeah.
Is it as good as the WM show?
I'd say it's better.
Boom.
Because it's just like...
I didn't want to give the BBC
you've got
my
a bit
full...
more freedom. You've got a bit more freedom.
I didn't want to give the
let's just
BBC my full potential. Didn't want to give it to them.
No, but on this platform you can.
Here's a thing, Neil. I'll tell you a thing, right? Can I stand up? Does this go up? I tell you what, terrible indigestion. Let me stand up. I don't normally do this, but I feel a little bit windy pop, so I'm going to stand up just while right. Here's the thing.
Up.
I've got because I might literally let rip. Here's the thing, right? When I was there, and I used to do Saturday shows as well.
Yeah, Saturday morning.
Right,
yeah.
I was there I was broadcasting when Catherine dropped her baby, had a baby. Princess Kate. Right, and I was thinking, oh, please don't have the baby during my show. Please don't have the baby during my show, right? She had the baby during my show. And I was thinking, oh, God, no. Because we had a new boss who didn't like me. New boss phoned up and said, right, you need to get an expert on now. And I said, I don't want an expert. You need to get a royal expert on now. Do you remember this?
What, like Nicholas Witchell or something?
Like Nicholas Witchell. We got this royal expert on, right, which I didn't want to do because I think experts are boring. And I said...
so you want to say, what do you make of this birth, blah, blah, blah?
They don't know anything more than us.
Actually, no one wants to know about it. Do you know what? She's given... A human being has given birth.
I didn't want to mention it. And we had to get...
Every minute of the day.
Neil, we got an expert on, right? And I said, right, so it's a girl. And the expert said, well, we don't know for sure. I said, no, it's a girl. He said, well, those are the rumours. I said, she's just had the baby. You don't know about it, do you? And he went, oh, no, let me turn the TV on. And he had to turn the TV on... He was the flipping expert. He'd been out having a wee.
So he was watching Sky News and reading
Yes.
out what they were
Thank
saying
you.
on Sky News.
Thank you.
Do you know what? I could be an expert if
And
that's
then,
the case.
after the show, and we might as well say this now.
Shall I'll be a talk radio expert correspondent for any major occurrence.
We're going to get you in a minute. I'm late for a break.
Do you know what?
Neil,
if anything happens...
Shut up.
Okay.
Right, then she phoned me up.
Do you know what?
Oh,
Do you know what I'd really want to do, though, Ian?
What is it? It's not
brilliant.
It's not shut
get
up,
me
is
involved.
it?
Get me in. You know, one of those one-on-one talk, phone-in, radio conversations.
Right, tell you what. Shut up. Then, Neil.
Yes, hello.
She phoned up after the show and said the way you handled that was awful. It's not what we want on the BBC. It was inappropriate. Right? I said, flipping it. All right. I'm really sorry, right? That was the boss of the station. The next week, her boss above her, the boss of the region, cornered me, and I thought, flipping it, I'm going to be in big trouble now. It's Mr. Jennings.
In the mailbox.
And he said, Ian, I want to have a word with you about your coverage of the royal birth. I'm thinking, oh, God, I'm going to get the sack again. He said, I listened to the output from all of the region's BBC local radio shows during that breaking news, and I have to say, yours was the best coverage by a mile. It's exactly what we should be doing on BBC local radio. It was breathtaking, it was fresh, it was innovative, and it was funny. I said, right, could you go and tell the boss who phoned me up afterwards to say it was awful? Boom! Boom! Yay! Then they sacked me. Anyway, that's enough of that place. You want to be a one-on-one talk radio correspondent?
Yeah. All right. I'll put it out there right now. Yeah. Right. I'm in bred a tear.
You've inbred a deer?
In the EU referendum.
Oh, no.
I'm going to vote to leave, yeah?
Oh, hang on a minute.
I will tell them exactly why they are wrong.
Neil, shut up. We can't talk about that because we're
Why not? It's talk radio. I thought you got the freedom to talk about anything.
No, of course we haven't. We have to abide by the laws of the country, you plum. We're leading up... No, shut up. There are rules, right? A is boring.
All right, it's a bit boring. I've got a better thing to talk about.
Can I just explain that in the run-up to elections and stuff, we're not legally... Right, we're not allowed to talk about those elections. So what I have to say now is...
Right.
That there is an opposing group of people who would like to stay, and you can find both arguments by typing in boring on Google. Done. What was the other thing you wanted to talk about that won't get me in trouble?
The other thing, good thing, right.
Jeez.
What is a good excuse to have the day off work tomorrow?
Here we go. Right,
because I am drinking.
I thought so.
Because I'm drinking
your body weight
cider.
Yeah.
And I probably won't be in a worthy state to
You're
work
not in a worthy
tomorrow.
state to have this conversation.
So I need to put it out there to the talk radio masses.
Neil.
Hello.
Say hello to Chris. And my microphone is being turned off.
How's it going, Neil?
You're all right, Chris. How's it going,
Happy
mate?
birthday, mate. Pretty good. I'm just, I'm feeling a bit bloated, to be honest.
What, have you had a few bevies, like?
No, I don't drink, actually. I just had a massive bowl of,
Oh, right, so you're probably the wrong person to ask after drinking 3 litres of White Lightning. What's a good excuse for having a day off tomorrow?
I was going to speak to HR about alcoholism. I think they're pretty good at that.
Well, I was just thinking about what about the squits, or a bit of a headache, flu, or flu, 24-hour thing.
No.
It's bank holiday coming up. I was thinking I could probably get a good 4-day out of it. 4 or 5 day weekend.
I think you need to go deeper than the squits, mate. I don't know if you can get 4 days out. What do you do for a living?
Mate, if you want to go deeper than the squits, that's quite painful.
What's your job?
I'm a driver, so obviously I'm not going to be legally. I'm not going to be able to drive in the morning.
Right. Okay. So you're a driver, and you'll be pissed in the morning having neck.
Yeah, but I'm not going to. I'm looking for a good excuse. I'm not going in, but I need a good solid, stonewall excuse.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I can help you there, mate. What was your name?
My name's Neil.
Neil,
Oh, come on, you've got to help me, mate. Come on, you must have... How old are you?
I'm 32.
32, I'm 31. So we've been around the block a few times, you know what I mean?
Think for yourself, Jesus. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, when I had a normal job...
Virgin, I didn't mean, no offence to virgins or anything. That includes the whole Talk Radio nation,
Well, hang on a minute.
I'm not offending any virgins.
I don't think you can... listen, I know you can be anti-Semitic, and you can be anti-Muslim, and you can be racist, and you can be homophobic. I don't think, and maybe this is the last great taboo, I don't think you can be anti-virgin. I don't think virgins... This is it.
Pretty annoying.
Well, I think Jamie Corbyn could possibly... Jamie Corbyn might have something to say on that.
He's not a virgin.
Yeah, but if someone was calling someone the
V word,
expletive virgin, then he would probably have something to say.
Well, they couldn't call them an effing virgin because that's an oxymoron.
But the irony in that makes it even brilliant.
Yeah, Neil.
Hello.
I suspect your boss probably knows that you won't be turning up tomorrow.
No, because my boss is actually my boss is actually my little brother.
Thanks very much indeed, Chris.
Ian.
Hello, mate.
How's it going, man?
Yeah, that whole skit had a punchline and everything. That was fun.
I know. All right.
Yeah, what you got for us?
I didn't know where it was going. To be honest with you.
Nor did I, mate.
Yeah, but how's it going? You still feeling pretty, you kind of watching you pace around like a caged bear.
I'm feeling better than I was. I'm fat, and that's annoying me and upsetting me.
I was going to say, listen, I know exactly how you feel. I reckon you just had a big meal. Did you have a big meal before you came on air?
I'm eating I'm on these tablets and they make me hungry, but they also I don't realise when I'm full up, so I won't think I'm full up, so I'll just keep eating.
What did you eat?
Load of cookies.
You stop fingering yourself on Periscope. A load of cookies, no, that's not good. Yeah. That's gonna, you need a little peppermint tea or something.
I've got a Roy Bosch. I'm gonna have a Zantac and I'll be sorted.
Nice. A little bit of red.
But I'm better than I was yesterday. Tomorrow's show will be a corker.
Why?
Roger McGuinn from the Birds. He might be on tomorrow or Friday. We're talking to him tomorrow. We'll see.
Roger McGuinn from the Birds. Your cultural references are always just outside mine.
Classic, mate.
Yeah.
Timeless.
The old classic stuff. I'm a Beatles fan. I think we overlap there, but apart from that, you seem to be a bit more.
You don't know the Birds?
No, of course I know the Birds. They did. Why did Birds suddenly? No. That was a song that involved birds. The Birds did.
You don't know.
Give me a clue.
Oh, gee, really? Hang on a second.
No, I do know the Birds. I do. I've just.
Hang on. Oh, crying out loud, my computer's gone. All right, try this one. Here we go.
Are we going to have a birds quiz?
Here we go. Yeah.
Bring you on the nose, please.
No, you don't want that one. All right, hang on a second. Let's do a classic then. Oh, here we go. You want a classic?
I'm determined to get one of these.
You know this?
It sounds absolutely terrible.
Shut up. Hang on. Wait for the vocals. Here we go. 8 miles high, and when you touch down, you'll find that it's stranger than no. 8 miles high.
Someone just came up with quite a good joke on Periscope there. They said, I wonder if the birds tweet.
Jeez, they do, but that's terrible. Hang on a second. All right.
Oh, okay.
I've got to go classic, have I? Hang on, birds.
All right.
Right. All right. Let's go classic then. Let's make it. Sorry, I thought you were a little bit more advanced than that. I thought you could dig the deeper.
I'm sure I am.
Here we go then. Here's the entry level.
No, didn't they have a more famous hit? There's got to be a hit that I'd know.
That was it! Turn, flip by the flipping birds!
No, that was Travis, wasn't it?
Oh, for crying out loud! No, it still sounds rubbish. 0844 499 1000 is the telephone number. Andrew's on the line. Yes, Andrew?
Oh, yeah, just ringing up about angels.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, thought I saw one. We thought we saw one once. It was my birthday, and we'd gone to the park. We were only about 16, 17, but we'd got someone to get some beer, you know, like you do. And they were like, me and my girlfriend, my mate and his girlfriend, and then we like let this other lad from college come along. Like, it were a bit simple, but it was funny. So we were there having a drink, and then this woman walks through trees in like this white gown, like these little white shoes on.
Yeah.
And she sits down, and like Darren is like, he talks like this, and he's like, let her have a beer. So I'm like, all right.
Was Darren played by Harvey Keitel in those adverts?
Yeah, that's who it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And anyway, so being grown-ups, we decided we would play hide and seek. So Darren and this random girl, this angel, who we thought were an angel, they were going to find us, but they never come to find us, and we come back and, you know, Darren was there kissing her. I'm like, ooh.
Darren was kissing an angel?
Yeah. So we did a grown-up thing and threw stones at him.
Yeah, of course.
Stop him, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we decided we'd leave the park, and then this police car pulls up. It turns out she wasn't an angel. She'd escaped from local mental institution. Yeah. But for a brief moment, for a brief drunken moment, we thought it were an angel because...
Why would you think it was why would you think that this poor soul was an angel?
Because she was just so weird. And she liked Darren.
Well, yeah, I suppose that would be the thing. And I'm guessing, as responsible, worldly wise teenagers, you ripped the whatever out of Darren for copping off with a lunatic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And when policewoman like called her over, and she like shouted, as you know, she's escaped from, you know, local mental institute. And then she went, "Who's been giving him alcohol?" Darren went, "Andy, drop me right in it."
Good mate, Darren. I don't like this guy already. He deserves everything he gets.
Yeah. Idiot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the closest I've come, but I think it, you know, frankly, it's all a load of rubbish.
So just to clarify, Andrew, the closest you've come to an angel is when your simple, drunk teenage friend copped off with an escapee from a lunatic asylum.
Yeah.
Brilliant call. Thank you very much indeed. There you go, you see? That's how it works, dear listener. 0844 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Angels. This is what we were going to talk about yesterday, and we never got round to it. The drying of the genitals. Did we mention this? Was it at the end of the show we mentioned it? The drying of the genitals, primarily by men. I can't imagine women doing it. In the changing rooms at sports centres and swimming pools, and they get the hairdryer, and they dry their whole body. And I've seen them do this. They dry their... It's normally bald men who are really hairy all over their bodies, right? And they will dry their whatever they've got on their head, and then they'll dry their horrible fluffy chest hair, and then their hairy arms. And then I've seen men actually drying their penises, their anuses, and their balls. Sorry to use medical language, but I feel I have to get this story across. And it's just, they've banned it in one, it was in the paper yesterday, I don't know what the flipping story was, I didn't even read it. But, it's just obviously wrong. Now, if you're one of these people, can you give me a call, please, and tell me why the hell you do it? I would be afraid of singeing the tip of my penis, the bell. I would be terribly worried about hot bell syndrome. That's what I would be concerned about. So I wouldn't want to do it. Although some hairdryers, they don't have them in swimming pools, really. Some hairdryers have that button so that it goes cold. Now that I could be interested in. If you've ever done it, 0844 499 1000, or if you've ever seen it done, and it is just a bloke's thing, isn't it? It's primarily a bloke's thing. Hairdryers are in the news again today. What the hell is going on with this world? This sick world. This is in the Sun. And we're not supposed to buy the Sun because it's made by idiots. It is, really. But I think John was talking about this earlier on. So, massive know-it-all, do-gooder, sucky blow man, Dyson. What's his name? Tony Dyson? James Dyson, right? So, he invented Hoovers, and he invented silent fans. 0844 499 1000, by the way. Now he's invented a silent hairdryer. Jeez. I thought necessity was the mother of invention. It turns out bullshine is the mother of invention for Dyson. Vacuum firm Dyson has invented a revolutionary hairdryer, but it will set you back. Guess how much this costs? £300. £300 for a hairdryer. The Supersonic, named after Sid Little, that's a joke for the kids, is almost half the weight of regular models and makes much less noise. The best thing about hairdryers is turning it on when the kids are watching Horrid Henry, so you annoy them. Turn it off! I can't hear you, the hairdryer's too loud. Turn it off, Dad, I'm watching Horrid Henry. Can't hear you. It's too loud. I've only just started drying my hair after years of not drying. Didn't dry my hair for years, Billy, and then I've discovered that actually it makes a big difference.
It does. I haven't got any more. I haven't had it for quite a few years, so...
Anywhere?
I wouldn't know, but... in places.
In places. What you got for us, Billy?
Well, first things first, I've been listening to the full podcast. I don't always get the chance to listen to the show. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Thanks to whoever it is who's uploading them on YouTube.
Well,
but you're an idiot, by the way.
What the hell?
Well...
Where did that come from, Bill?
I have to kind of listen to them. I'm a little bit behind, so I listened to one the other day.
Yeah.
And you were having a game of iPod roulette with a lady.
Yeah.
And Gatford was judging it.
Yeah.
And you said that All My Loving is not a good tune.
No, it's not.
That's fighting talk almost. It's actually Paul McCartney's favourite song that he's ever written.
No, it's not.
Do you know that?
No, it's
It
not.
is.
No, it's not.
I've heard him say it.
Where have you heard him say that? Give me the evidence. Where Paul McCartney says, my favourite song I've ever written is All My Lovin'. No, it's not. I think
it's the song that he's most proud of. That's it.
Right, so already, after 10 seconds of questioning, you've changed your story.
Oh, okay, all right. Maybe I was trying to be a bit, But he said it's the one that he's most proud of, and it's an absolute tune. It's in my top 3.
Well, let's hear the other two, because it sounds pretty ropey so far.
In My Life.
Yeah.
And the other one is was a double. I think it's a double A side.
All right, mate.
So I'm going to have both of them at top 3. It's She's a Woman and the other one.
So, one of your favourite Beatles songs,
yes.
You don't know the name of?
I do know the name of it.
Go on, then tell me. Tell me the name of it.
I can find. There you go.
Was it a double? I don't think that was a double A side.
Yeah, it was a double A side with She's a Woman.
I don't think it was.
Oh, well, check it. You got Google?
I'll check it. She's a Woman double A side.
Yes.
Beatles. There we go. No, mate, it's the B side. It's the B side.
Is it?
Yes, mate.
Okay. I thought it was a double A side.
And also, that's a rubbish song as well. What is wrong with you, Billy?
It's a tune. What's your top 3 then?
My love don't give me presents.
Oh, what a tune. Well, what are your 3?
I've just seen the face.
Tune, yeah.
Let me think. This is a good question. I'm glad you've asked me this. For No One.
Yes, Joe.
Thank you very much
Absolutely,
indeed. Much better than
Yeah.
any of the rubbish that you happen to have mentioned. And, down, 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 da 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 da.
Is that the game? The third one we have to hum because you don't know what the name of it is.
That is the game, yeah. The game is afoot. Do we do it again?
Yeah, go on.
I need another drumstick, right? Dum 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 dum. Yes, we go. Thank you very much indeed. That is a tune, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great film.
Billy, listen, I've had fun sparring with you. I think we can all agree. One thing we can agree, of course, is that the Monkees are much better than the Beatles.
Nice try.
Thanks very much indeed. 0844 499 1000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, you're more than welcome to.
Talk Radio.
So, in the next hour of the show, Angels, not massive thing, drying your privates with a hairdryer. Have you ever done it? You ever seen anyone do it? 0844 499 1000. And, I must tell you, we're asking rude awakenings. What's the worst way you've been woken up? I tell you why, this morning, this is absolutely true and terrifying, I was woken up by two police women bursting into my bedroom with their batons unfurled. All of that and more after the news.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me. Down the road, it's where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. Down this road that never seems to end. When new adventure lies just around the bend. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, the whole world is my home. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. There's a world that's waiting to unfold. A brand new tale no one has ever told. We've journeyed far, but you know it won't be long. We're almost there and we paid our fare with a hobo song. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll find what I call home. Until tomorrow, you know I'm free to roll.
So, I was in bed asleep and I'd taken a very powerful sleeping draught, as I often do, to help me sleep. A very powerful narcotic, which was effective immediately. And so I'm fast asleep. And I kind of woke up roughly about 7:45, and I heard the kids going to school. I heard shouting and the kids going to school, and then I fell asleep again. And then a bit later, I don't know how much later, I heard some more shouting. I thought, the kids are back. Nothing too unusual about that, because my youngest didn't go to school. Eldest came back from school yesterday because he wasn't very well. I thought, he's not well again, he's come back. But it's quite an impassioned shout. And then I kind of drifted off. And then there was... my bedroom door was kicked open, right? And I'm in bed and I open my eyes, groggy, a chemical grogginess from the sleeping draught. And this woman, and she was a big woman, right, came in shouting with a big long stick, waving a stick, and she was shouting, "Who are you? What are you doing in that bed? Get out of that bed!" I thought, flipping heck. 0844 499 1000. Gideon, stay there, come to you in a second. What? I went, what? And then another woman came in, right, with another telescopic baton, right? This is absolutely true story. And they both went, "Who are you? What are you doing in here?" I was thinking, flipping heck, did I take such a powerful narcotic that I've fallen asleep in someone else's house? Honestly, I was completely lost. First of all, I thought it was a dream. Then, Ed, there's the phone number. Phone call. First of all, I thought it was a dream. Then, I thought I was in someone else's house. And then I thought, sweet Lord, I'm going to be robbed. We'll get Catherine for that as well. I'm going to be robbed. This is it. This is how I die. Is two women beating me to death. Make your own jokes. And then I saw they were wearing police uniforms, and it took me about 30 seconds, 30 seconds to see that they were wearing police uniforms, right? So I didn't really notice it. And they went, "Who are you? Come on, tell us, who are you?" And I, in my panic and in my sleepy haze, I gave the wrong name. I gave the wrong name, Gideon.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, finally, after you've just dribbled all that nonsense.
No.
Finally said hello to me.
I'm telling the story.
That story wasn't even going anywhere, Ian, you know that.
We're not
You needed a local person to come in and say, "Ian, that's going nowhere." Just put the phone... Hang that up. Talk to some random dude,
right,
who's wrecked up, and he can alleviate your boredom.
Three things. First thing, shut up. Second thing, why have you changed your name from Neil to Gideon? Third thing, this actually happened, and not all stories have to go somewhere.
Yes, my name is Neil, but I changed my name to Gideon purely for the fact that I like politics. And I chose Gideon. Yeah, well, actually, I'll let you talk. Tell the Talk Radio Nation or listenership what the Gideon means in politics. I'll let you.
Shall I tell you why you changed your name? Shall I tell people why you changed your name to Gideon?
Well, I wanted to get through. That's why.
No, what? Shall I tell you why you changed it? Shall I tell people why you changed your name to Gideon?
It's not. It's George Osborne's real name. That's what.
I was going to say it's because you're a dick, but it doesn't matter. Either of those answers would be correct.
I am a dick, but
right.
I am. Yeah, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm not going to go into any more swear words or slanging matches or nothing like that. Honestly.
Right.
What I wanted to talk about.
Right. Can I? My show.
No, well. Just wanted to talk about
my show.
It's fine.
My show.
I know it's your show. Yeah. Okay.
Quite a rude man.
Don't hang up on me, please.
I might do.
Please, mate. I haven't been offensive.
No, you've just been a knob.
I'm not even offended a worm or an ant on the street.
Okay. Can I tell you? Can I be completely? Neil, shut up! Shut up!
Jeremy Corbyn's
shut
eyes,
up!
I'm
shut
so,
up!
I'm so
shut up!
On
shut
the
up!
middle line,
shut up!
Sitting on the fence.
Shut up!
My arse is so painful.
Shut up!
Sitting on the fence so much.
Just shut it, pal. Just shut it, pal.
There we go. Saves me having to say it, right?
Okay,
Can I tell you something I've noticed since giving up alcohol nearly 12 years ago?
Really? Is that how long it is?
Drunk people are really, really boring.
So I'll give you something interesting then.
I bet you don't. I bet you don't.
I will, actually.
I bet you won't.
All right. Do you want me to give you... I'm drunk, yeah?
Yes,
do you want me to give you something interesting?
I bet you can't.
Now?
You can't. I'd like you to... Let's try, but I bet it'll be... I bet it'll be really dull, because drunk people are dull.
It's probably a bit above all the people what listening now.
Are you suggesting, Neil, that you're more intelligent than the rest of the listeners?
Well, the information I'm about to give them is of a higher intellect, and they will understand it.
I'm so glad I don't
All
drink.
they'll understand
Oh, God,
it
you're
is
such
like
a rude man.
Transformers snacks, 10p
Transformers?
refreshers bars.
Yes.
Oh, where's a 24-hour off licence?
You're such a rude
what's
man.
What's a taxi
You're
number?
such a rude man.
That's it.
You're such a rude man.
I'm not rude.
You are quite rude, Neil.
All right. Do you want me to give you some intelligence?
I've been waiting for I've been waiting for that. And I know I'm not going to get it.
What's this? Oh, I'll give it you right now, yeah? Right now. Richard III was not buried at Bosworth battlefield.
Like I said, drunk people are boring, man.
That is...
Boring, man.
And you know why Leicester took hold of him? That is wrong as well, because he was from York.
But
He's
this is...
Richard of York.
This is the thing.
Yeah, but
this
it's wrong, though.
Neil,
It should be a big thing. No, this is a big thing, though.
Just shut it,
It's
pal.
Richard
Just
of
shut
York.
it, pal. Just shut it, pal.
Right, well, that seems to work.
Shut
okay.
it. Who is that?
Right, hang on a second.
Just shut it, pal.
That's not that MP? What's his name?
Who's that?
Sadiq Khan.
Who's that?
Sadiq Khan.
Who? You?
No, Sadiq Khan.
Oh,
He wants to be. He wants to be the mayor of London.
Just shut it, pal. Did we get a word in Edgware here?
All right then, bloody. What's his name? That sounds like what's his name? Well, big tune. That white man that thinks he's black on Radio 1.
What are you beefing on about? Are you real?
Can I talk to a real person, please?
Are you real?
No, I'm not gonna talk to edits. I have to talk to real people.
What are you beefing on about?
I'd much rather prefer to talk to Iain because
Neil, I'm going to cut you off because you're the most boring, rudest person I've spoken to in ages. Drunk people are so boring. He was just like, I imagine if you sewed him up, he'd also be incredibly rude and boring. But coupled with alcohol. I tell you what, 0844 499 1000. So, go and get her. Oh, no, son. So the police come bursting in, right? Who are you? What are you doing in that bed? What are you doing in that bed? 0844 499 1000. Kath, come here a second.
No.
Yeah. Come here. I can't talk to this guy. Come round. I can't talk to the guy.
I think I'm called Clarissa.
Yo, you might as well. You deal with him.
No, come on.
You deal with him. You were good last night.
Here we go again. You're listening to Talk Radio. Give us a call on 0844 499 1000. Hello, line 2.
Hello, it's Noel Taylor, the inventor.
Oh, hello, Noel Taylor, the inventor. What have you invented?
It's just about Paradise Earth again.
Yeah, this is the one where you wanted us to donate our faeces to go towards building an alternative planet. Is that right?
No, it's a planet Earth. It's this planet.
So what's the poo for?
It's for the deserts, to go into the deserts.
Of course, how silly of me. Go on, carry on, Noel.
Yeah. Iain questioned how you can invent making people live for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
Well, it's because there's no stress on Paradise Earth.
But it's part of this Earth. It's just made out of poo. That's quite stressful, no?
No, it isn't.
Go on, silly.
Yeah, thousands of years ago, people lived for hundreds of years. It's in the Bible. As it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. And also in the Lord's Prayer, on earth as it is in heaven. Also, the recycling of poo that everybody will have to do is at the start of Paradise Earth only.
Right. Because then what will happen?
It's just to answer your question yesterday. You questioned about the recycling.
Yeah. Because you said there wouldn't be recycling, but then we started out recycling poo. So
but
there was a bit of recycling.
It's just at the beginning. It's recycling,
and then what? How come we can stop?
After it's paradise in the deserts, I'll work on the west of the earth, and people won't have to, because the pool will be in the sand. It's just for the deserts, so the rest of the world won't have to bother.
Right, I got you now.
So they can just live as normal after that.
Right, that seems perfectly reasonable. So we're living
How
as...
rude of Iain. Oh.
Why? Why do you think it's rude?
He doesn't want to speak to me.
I think he's... Do you know what I think it is? Do you know what I think it is?
What?
He doesn't understand. Doesn't understand.
Oh, right.
You're frightening him with your vision.
No, he's highly intelligent.
It's quite a frightening vision. He's told me a secret about you, though. That you're not just an inventor, you're also a composer. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah, Leon Roliath. Yeah, I've got 3 albums out.
Have you?
Barcodes, Too High and Moving.
Barcode, and they're available via, what, iTunes or Tidal?
iTunes, Amazon, Spotify,
really?
all of those, Napster, and, there's loads of them, and there's tons of them.
Wow.
And I'm bringing out a new album called Easy Life.
Right, and what's the inspiration behind that?
I've got a very easy life, and Paradise Earth is going to be an easy life. And
listen, it does not sound like an easy life. You've got a lot. I mean, the poo aside, you've got a lot of work to do. You're going to be getting rid of. I mean, this is what I recall from yesterday, and it was quite a complicated vision. So forgive me if I get this wrong. You want to eliminate time. Is that right?
Yeah.
You want to stop people dying, so they're going to live for hundreds of years, like in the Bible, that true bit in the Bible about people living for hundreds of years. And you also want to eliminate education and what else? Was it poverty?
Well, the schools, there'll be no schools, but you'll have educational DVDs to tell you how to shear sheep and deliver cows and things like that.
Right.
Things that you'd need to know.
Well, this doesn't sound like an easy life. It sounds like quite a difficult, probably rewarding, very rural life.
It'd be everybody would be self-sufficient, and it'd be very easy.
All right.
Very easy life. No stress at all. Yeah. No work.
Have you got your...
As such.
Can I ask you a question? Have you got your organ handy now?
No, it got ruined.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember...
How did it get ruined?
I got a load of plaster onto it. Some bloke spilt a load of plaster onto it. A builder. Yeah, I remember going back from Iain Lee's show on the train, and I had my organ on a stand, and it was terrible trying to get it through the carriageway.
Well, could you not take the stand off while you were moving it about?
No, it's a joke. Organ on a stand, yeah. Bad joke.
So, the plaster, how are you going to crank out your new album? How are you going to drop some more hits when you've got a plaster-filled organ?
I use a professional producer now, called Matt Waddle.
And you can use his organ?
14 Records. He's got everything. He's got a mini Moog and a lot. He's got the works.
Good. Don't take it on the train.
No, it's bad news. I can't stand trains. It's too stressful.
Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, if my organ had come a cropper like that, I would keep off trains too. It's nice to talk to you, Noel.
Nice to speak to you.
You take care of yourself. Bye.
Bye.
Noel, the inventor there.
Is that all right?
Yeah, it's fine. I think he sounds... I mean, I think he's got a vision.
I just can't. Come on. Hop it. Hop it.
Bad about the organ, though, isn't it?
Sound news, isn't it? 0844 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Very strange vibe this evening. Very strange vibe this evening. I don't quite know what is going on. Oh yeah, so I've got to stand up again. I was such bad indigestion. I really are. So the police come busting in. Who are you? What are you doing here? What are you doing? And I gave the wrong name. I gave them the wrong name. I gave... Iain Lee isn't my real name. It is my real name. only because I changed it by deed poll. It's not my birth name. The birth name is Iain Rugby. So I went, I'm Iain Rugby. And I've not used that name for years, so I don't know where that came from. They said, what are you doing here? I said, I'm sleeping. They said, right, get dressed. Come downstairs. And I was like, flipping heck. And this was absolutely terrifying. I got dressed. I had my pyjamas on. I put my jeans over my pyjamas and I put a shirt on. And I went downstairs. Basically, what happened? Some chancer had broken into my wife's car and she'd left some stuff in there. And they'd scattered it all down the street. The police had seen this. They then climbed over the wall. They were telling me they had to get the Royal Mail, the parcel force guy to give them a bunk up. And I said, that's a bit... And that meant that he then didn't deliver my parcel, which is outrageous. So they climbed over, and they saw that the back door was open, and they came in, and they thought there was a burglar. And here's the thing, dear listener. Here's the thing. They thought that I was a burglar. Because what burglars do is if they're in a house burgling, and they hear the police coming in, they strip off, and they jump in bed, and they pretend to be asleep. And so the police come in and go, who are you? Go, I work nights, I'm just having a sleep, that's all I'm doing. And so they thought I was actually a burglar in my own house. And I kept thanking them. And then they wouldn't leave. They wanted to wait until my wife got back, and I said, she's going to be ages, and I couldn't get hold of her. Well, wait, sir. I was going, they wouldn't sit down. They wouldn't sit down, Marie.
Would they not? Oh, gosh. Oh, dear. Yeah.
They wouldn't sit down, and I kept saying, why don't you sit down? Distorting is how it sounds. Why don't you sit down? They said, no, we'll stand. And so I'm sat there. Would you like a cup of tea? No. Flipping heck, man. Give me something. When someone offers you a cup of tea, you say yes out of politeness, don't you?
Usually, yes.
You do. How have you been rudely awoken, Marie? Steady.
I've had a couple, actually. I used to work night shifts in a hospital, and we'd go for like an hour sleep break, and then I was obviously woken up sort of mid-doze by an emergency, so that was quite a rude awakening. Yeah. And I had one where my partner at the time, he woke me up looking for his house keys, so he was trashing the place looking for his keys. That was a very rude. And you know when you're half asleep and you think, someone breaking into my house? Yeah, that was pretty strange. And then there was one time which was quite a serious rude awakening. I went to have a visit to the toilet, half asleep, and then I could smell smoke.
I thought for a second I thought we were going down the Reaver Sting camp.
No, there was a fire. No.
Flipping heck, where?
Yeah, in my house.
Where in the house?
It was in the front room.
How did that start? Candles, tea lights?
It was a drunk partner who thought he'd put his cigarette out properly and hadn't.
Flipping heck.
Yeah, so I had a large staging bladder that night.
In about 20 years' time, let's say 20 years' time, people will laugh when we tell them, let's say 50 years' time, when we tell them that we used to make small fires in our house to smoke. That we used to light these things and smoke them in our houses. People will go, what, really? Really, Grandma? You used to... Yeah. And we would sit and we would smoke these things, and it would... they will find that incredible.
They will, yeah.
And now we've just got these utter plums who... the vapists who are on the vape sticks.
It's quite funny. I mean, I'm not a smoker, but it's quite funny seeing people with the vapes, because they're deliberately doing them indoors, thinking that they're doing something really bad.
They think they're so cool. Oh, look at me, I can sort of smoke indoors. It's not actually smoke, so you can't do me for it. Well, actually, you're an idiot. You're making addiction, you're normalising addiction. They're still addicted, Marie. That's the thing. They're still addicted. They're addicted to the nicotine. And what annoys me, right, and this is what really annoys me, is my kids will see this. I mean, they've already talked about cigarettes. They call cigarettes smokers, right? But my kids will see people vaping and will think that that's normal and that's acceptable behaviour. And it's not harmful. And now we'll get loads of vapors going, well, it's not actually harmful. You don't know the long-term effects of it, guys.
You don't know what's in it, do you, either?
No, do you remember when you won't remember because you're young, but when smoking started, it was at doctors would recommend you smoked. It was
That's
seen as a
right.
healthy lifestyle choice.
Yeah, and they would give alcohol to pregnant women, wouldn't they, as well? Guinness.
Yep. Well. Crazy days, Marie.
Crazy days. I just have to say, this is the first time I've ever listened. And when I first put the radio on, I thought, what the hell's going on? Because it was all people who intoxicated, having a bit of a...
Well, we have to ask Marie, what alcoholic or narcotic beverage have you imbibed this evening?
I haven't. Maybe I should try one.
You shouldn't have snuck through the... So you've never listened to this show or this station before?
This station. I've only just downloaded the app.
How did you find it?
Just on the internet.
So what, you were just at home Googling one night?
Yeah.
Pretend radio stations?
And I thought, I just wanted to listen to talk shows, you know, like in the olden days. When we didn't have many channels on the telly and all that malarkey. And I can always remember good old chat shows, and I thought, I wonder if they still do them. And then I Googled Radio Talk, and this came on. So
How have you found it, Marie, this show in particular? Go on, you can be honest. Yeah, you can be honest.
It's entertaining. Yeah, no, I first thought it like a joke station, you know, with the arguments.
Yeah.
I thought they were like an act.
These are all... Sadly, Marie, these are all real people calling in.
It's not even a Friday night.
No, I know.
It's
Where are we? Wednesday. You wait till
Yeah.
the Friday... Because this is a new station. We're like week 6, I think.
Right.
So it's still early days. The Friday shows have been really weird. You think this is weird? There's been a real tense kind of vibe on a Friday.
Right. People are just sort of kicking off, aren't they?
Yeah. Everyone's got a bit of an attitude on a Friday for some reason. I don't quite know why.
Oh, maybe they can't get into A&E and they're venting out their
Thank you. Yes. Well, if we are easing the pressure on the NHS, that'll do.
That's it.
Marie, I'm so glad you
Of course,
found
the
us.
doctors. Yes, thank you.
Do keep listening and call us again, won't you?
Thank you.
Thank you, Marie. Ta-ta.
Bye.
We have ways of making you talk.
Okay, so, live to Virginia in the United States to talk to Melissa Kitto. Good evening, Melissa.
Hi there.
How you doing? You all right?
Great, thanks.
Now, you run communicatewithangels.com.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, it's a site for people who are interested in learning to communicate with the angels or guides that are around all of us. And not everybody believes in that or has that kind of a conversation, but I think everybody can relate to the idea that we have inner guidance, we have hunches, and sometimes ideas and inspirations that seem to come out of the blue. And so most of the time we're picking up these ideas and messages and maybe not paying attention or talking ourselves out of it. And so what we help people do is to pay attention to that and actually, you know, use those hunches, impressions, that more intuitive side of yourself in a practical way, and actually to have a two-way communication with your angels so you can use it to help you in your life.
See, I quite like the sound of the hunches and the intuition thing. I quite like. Generally, if I look back on my life, when I've gone with my hunches or my gut feeling, I would say generally it's paid off better than when I've gone against my hunches and my gut feeling. But aren't the hunches, and I'm enjoying saying the word hunches, I don't say it often enough, aren't they built up from kind of life experience, you know, that you get put into lots of different situations and that leads to an experience of life and the ability to make decisions. You're saying that it comes from actual angels?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it can come from both. And for sure, we have our own sensitivity and our own life experience. Like, one thing we talk about is you are the sum total of all of your experiences over this lifetime. That's really why you're here, is to learn and grow spiritually. But to enhance that even more, we actually have a team of angels or guides or helpers, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't really matter, that are helping us and guiding us along the way. And so sometimes, especially when it seems to come out of the blue and just pop into your head out of nowhere, that's not coming from you. It's actually coming from, you know, this higher source of wisdom, your personal team of angels.
How many angels do we have?
Well, everybody has a different number, and it depends on what you've come to do.
Yeah.
So some people just have one or two, and that's a person who's just come to work with things or ideas. A person that's come to work with people probably has 3 or more. You know, I've met a lot of people that have 5, 6, even 7.
Greedy.
Because you need more help when you've come to work with people. So everyone has the number of helpers that you need for, your purpose in this life.
And what do they... Can you see them?
Well, usually you can't see them.
Can you see them, Melissa?
I have had some experiences in my life where I have seen them, and it's been just at random times in my life. And those times have been looking like just a bright ball of white light.
Oh, yeah.
But most of the time we don't see them physically, but you see it through your inner vision, visions coming to you, the inner voice, inner feelings, and inner knowings.
Is it like auras? Because I believe in auras.
Yes. Well, so each person, the real you is energy.
Yeah.
You are energy or light.
Yep.
And so you can see that energy that we are, and that's what we call the aura.
Yeah.
I remember when I was at university, I would always see the lecturer, when they were sharing about something they were really passionate about, I would start seeing the aura, because they were always standing in front of a white board, a white background.
Sorry to interrupt, I've been arguing with my producer Catherine about this. She doesn't buy auras, okay? I do. And I used to see it when, in assembly at school, when people were up on stage talking, I would see their auras.
Yes. And when you were younger, you were more relaxed and more tuned into this. As we get older, we sort of get more skeptical and talk ourselves out of it. Yeah.
I'm skeptical about angels, Melissa, but how would I go about contacting my angels and building up a relationship with them?
Well, the first step is to be relaxed, and so you can learn ways of just kind of being more relaxed and more tuned in and more connected. And a simple way to get started is just simply to ask, angels, give me one word. And you would just take a deep breath and relax and take note of the word that comes to you and just write it down. And then you can expand that to 2 words or a phrase. And so it's a really simple way. You don't have to write a lot of stuff, but you're just getting a few words that is bringing a message coming in.
And how do you know? Stop, Catherine, please don't type rude things on my screen. How do you know it's angels? Because there are lots of people around the world in different religions and different kind of ethnicities and different backgrounds who, they meditate to either get in contact with their God or their higher power, or to kind of clear the brain and access parts of the brain that we don't normally access. Why do you think that is angels?
Well, it's based on my experience. So when I was 12 years old is when I had the first experience of actually my angels talking to me. And I was very young, and I didn't know if I even believed in the stuff. It was just something that my mum was encouraging me to do at the time. And I asked my angels a question, and I got an answer in a way that I knew it wasn't me. So as far as, can I prove if that's angels or God or anything else, I really can't. And in a way, I think it doesn't matter what you call it. I mean, angels has a very religious connotation for a lot of people. It comes from sort of a Catholic religion, that word. And really, you can call it anything you want to. But my experience over my lifetime has really gotten me to the point of just knowing that is the truth, that we can hear them. They've shown themselves to me from time to time. And just having so many experiences where it can't be denied, that there's something else helping. Whether you call it angels or anything else, I don't think it matters too much. But I think the key is that we're not alone. We have help if we tap into it and pay attention.
All right, okay. Supposing I wanted to, sign up and become a full-on angel dude, how much would it cost me?
Well, I mean, there's different levels. I have an ebook that is $27, and that is a really great way to get started. It gives you a lot of tools and ways to receive messages.
Yeah.
And we actually receive messages through 4 different gifts: feeling, vision, intuition, and prophecy. And so you can learn ways to use all of those.
And if I wanted to go up to the next level? Do you get better angels the more money you pay?
No, I mean, all of this stuff is just a service, and I also have an online course if you want to take the next step to go deeper. That is $97. But I just think of it as education, and obviously people can invest at the level that
what's the
they
course?
want to, just like they would less in any other education.
Which is the course that's $697?
I think I have a course on there called 7 Steps to a Spirit-Guided Life.
Yeah.
And that is an online course that really goes deep, so they get a personal consultation with me.
Yeah.
I also give them some readings about their purpose, and then they get a full, video course and things like that. So.
And how, for the $700, how will that change my life? What benefits would I get once I completed that course?
Well, it's what I'm all about is helping people to learn tools and techniques so that they can find their own answers for themselves. So I don't just give it all to you and do it for you. It's empowering you to have the tools to, first of all, communicate directly with your own angels.
Yeah.
So the benefit of that is, hey, anytime you have a decision to make or you come to a challenge in your life, you can ask them very direct questions about, is the timing right for this? Is it in alignment for me at this time? Is it in my best interest? So you're getting that bigger picture. And then that course goes on to your spiritual purpose in life. So what that is, and then what it means to you, and how you can kind of overcome any blocks that are getting in the way, any fears, to fully embrace their purpose. Because I think a lot of people know that they have a purpose in life and a reason for being here, but they're not sure exactly what to do with it, and they're having these feelings like,
that I would
something
find
more
helpful.
to my life, and I don't know how to do it.
That I would find helpful, because at the moment, this is, genuinely, I'm lost, man. I don't know, I don't know where I'm supposed to be heading.
Yeah. Yeah, and the thing about it is most people are taught to look outside of themselves for answers, like, what am I supposed to be doing for my job? What did my parents tell me I should do? What did my friends tell me? And so it's like we're taught from a very young age to look outside, and really the answers lie within your own inner guidance.
It says on your website you can help me earn more money.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's all part of it too, is, being materially successful is going to support you. So it's like we don't have to deny. That's a common sort of misconception about spiritual things, is that money shouldn't come into it. But money is just a means to an end. It's how we support ourselves on planet Earth, and it's really just a game. So it's important to have a balance of all of those things, but not to say just because I'm spiritual I have to be poor as well.
No, and that's interesting. Yeah, I'm glad you addressed that, because you're right. There are some people who think, well, spiritual, it should all be should be free. But hey, listen, you've got to put food on the table and pay the rent, haven't you?
Yes, exactly.
What do your friends and family think, Melissa? When you said to, I don't know your family setup, so excuse me if I'm saying something out of turn, but when you said to your parents, right, I'm going to teach people how to contact their angels, did your mum and dad go, oh, for crying out loud, Melissa, what are you on about? Or did they go, no, that sounds like a good career path?
Oh, that's so funny. No, actually, it was my mother that got me into it in the first place. So she does a lot of the same stuff as what I do. She doesn't do the online courses, but she was really my first mentor. My dad, he's passed on, but he wasn't so much into the angels and intuition thing, but he was a spiritual person. And the thing my dad said to me was, I know that, and me and my sisters, I know that you'll always be successful. So he supported me in whatever I wanted to do, even if it wasn't, something that he totally agreed with or resonated with. So I'm very lucky. Yeah. All my friends and family really get this conversation, and, I don't really have people in my life that tell me I'm crazy. And a lot of my clients do. That's a really common thing they'll say, is everyone thinks I'm crazy.
Yeah.
I need to be around people that get this. Yeah.
Melissa, listen, if it works for you, then that's great. The website is communicatewithangels.com. How does your day pan out? Do you have a full day of, meditating and talking to angels and teaching other people, or do you do normal stuff as well, like watch, Jeremy Kyle?
No,
and stuff?
I do have a normal life. I have a 3-year-old.
Oh God, good luck with that. Oh, yeah, I've got a 4-year-old. Good luck.
Yeah, exactly. Keeps me very busy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the nice thing about these tools is it's not going to take all day long. It's very simple. It's going to take just a couple minutes, because we're all busy and we have a lot going on. But when you can bring these, simple tools into your life, it's just going to enhance it even more. You know who you are, what you're here to do, and and feel like you're just tapped into some guidance and help.
Melissa, it's really nice to talk to you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Bye-bye. There we go, Melissa Kitto. CommunicateWithAngels.com. Well, she was delightful, wasn't she? And before you start judging her and what she does, just compare her and her attitude with the attitude of Neil, who's phoned up twice, completely drunk. I know who I'd rather spend more time with. I want to say, obviously, bullshine. Like, I can't be rude to people. It's weird doing the show standing up. I quite like it, actually. It's like Dr. Fox, in some ways. I can't be rude to people anymore. I can't do it. I can't, it would have been easy to have gone in. By the way, 0844 499 1000, if you want to give us a call, you're more than welcome to. You can talk about that if you want. You can talk about anything you want. It would have been easy to have gone in for the kill there, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't bring myself to do it. I'd say, what's changed in me that she was just a nice lady, wasn't she? Basically, she was a nice lady. Talking utter, guff, but, I guess, it works for her. It works for her. To me, it's the same as talking about Jesus or Muhammad or Allah or the elephant gods that the Sikhs have. They're the cool gods. Or Zeus. Do you know? To me, it's nice stories, like the stories, like the sentiment behind them. It doesn't mean anything to me. For me, it's a made-up story. But if that works for you guys, then that's all well and good. As long as you're not, killing people in the name of that, whatever that may be, then, get on with it. Get on with it, sunshine. 0844 499 1000. My voice is going. But it's fine. I've got to give a talk tomorrow. Where am I giving a talk? I'm giving a talk somewhere. I don't quite know where I'm giving a talk, but I'm giving a talk somewhere. Well, I've got the paper. There's absolutely nothing in the papers at all today. Absolutely nothing. The best story in the paper... Well, obviously there's Hillsborough. It's me saying there's nothing. Well, there's Hillsborough. Not the front page of The Sun, though. The Sun decided not to put that on the front page. I mean, they've done a big spread inside, but come on, guys. Come on. What else is in The Sun? Not a lot, really. There's the hairdryer story. Seems to be the biggest story of the day. Seems to be the biggest story of the day is that Dyson... Oh, we haven't finished the story, have we? Look. So it's a £299 hairdryer. The Supersonic is almost half the weight of regular models and makes much less noise. Dyson flipping heck. Dyson... 0844 499 1000. We'll call you back for the next 10 minutes and after that straight to air. Dyson invested £50 million. 50 million quid into hairdryer technology. That's insane. It's maintenance free. Well, what maintenance is there for a hairdryer? And it should last longer than its rivals. James Dyson, 68, said regular dryers are heavy, inefficient, make a racket and cause extreme heat damage to hair. He says our version solves these problems. I just kind of think, would you spend 300 quid on a hairdryer? Really? 300 quid? On a flipping hairdryer? It's just ridiculous, isn't it? Well, do you remember the other week when David Guest died? And how quickly we've forgotten that in the wake of Prince and Victoria Wood? And I said that when David Guest died, things felt weird. Right? There was a shift in the universe. I still think that shift is going on. I do think it's happened. I turn to page 15 of The Sun, and I'm pictures of it snowing in April. Little nod to Prince there. Cricketers were forced to take shelter from snow yesterday as unseasonal blizzards blasted Britain. Unseasonal blizzards. Something has happened in the universe, and I don't know what it is. It feels weird, doesn't it? Don't you think? I feel weird, man. Something is not right. Directionless, lost, clammy, cloudy. Maybe it's the medicinal one, I don't know. There's a strong possibility that's the case. 08444991000. The wintry weather delayed the... What? The wintry weather delayed the Specsavers County Championship match. Meanwhile, freezing Arctic winds. It's April! Caused huge waves to crash in County Durham. And commuters in Middlesbrough had to wrap up to keep off the flurries. It's nuts, man. Something very, very weird is going on. And this is the start of it. The week after, a few days after David Guest's death, 3 massive earthquakes. One in Japan, 2 in Japan, and one somewhere else. Can't remember where. Like 500 people dead. Something's going on, man. Something is going on. And then we get this story by John Sturgis. Sturgis, as far as I'm concerned, is, I can't say that because it's a swear word, but he's a stirrer. He's stirring. I've got a dog now, right? I'm always a cat person. I now own a dog. We don't get on very well. We tolerate each other. Did I let her back in? She may have been out in the garden all night. I just don't know. I just don't know. Doc, she'll be all right. She's a dog. Well, what did dogs do before people? Just lived out in the woods, isn't it? Dogs dislike being hugged by their owners, a study has claimed. Oh, come on. If they didn't like it, they wouldn't let you do it. It's the same with putting your finger up their bum. If they didn't like it, they wouldn't let you do it. You've got to hold them down. But they get stressed due to being immobilised when their instinct is to run away. They love it. Flipping dogs love it. My dog today, when the coppers were in the house, oh, she would love being cuddled by the police. Canine expert Dr. Stanley Corran analysed... Do you want to hear what counts for scientific research these days when it comes to your dog-human cuddle experiments? Canine expert Dr. Stanley Corran analysed 250 pictures of dogs hugged by adults and kids. He looked at pictures! He looked at flipping pictures! He said the pets showed signs of discomfort or anxiety in 81% of the photographs. They appeared to be comfortable in just 8%, while the remainder were neutral. You're having a laugh. Doctor! Go and find a cure for cancer. Go and find a cure for cancer or something, for crying out loud. Dr. Corran, a professor of psychology... Fair play, he would not be able to find a cure for cancer. At the University of British Columbia, Canada, said dogs are designed for swift running. Immobilising him with a hug can increase his stress level. Sam, can you believe that?
I can believe... Well, I didn't actually hear that, but...
Did you burp?
What?
Huh? Did you burp?
No, I didn't burp. No, I just I didn't hear what the talk leading up to that. So,
well, it doesn't. In that case, it doesn't matter. What you got for us, Sam?
I want to talk about your the rude awakening, and I've got a story that's not morbid as such. It's just bizarre, really.
Go on, let's have it.
Okay, I was a young carer for quite a long time, leading up to my mum's death, and I was basically, my dad wasn't around. He was in Scotland, and so I was living effectively by myself, but in the house with my mum. and the house was a mess because obviously I was about 13, 14, so I couldn't really look after myself.
Yeah.
And so I was just sort of surviving. And I missed school for like 3 days because I was unwell.
Yeah.
And they called...
You were bunking off, yeah?
No, I was unwell, and I looked after my mum. And basically, the police got involved because the school hadn't heard from me and my mum for a while.
Oh.
So they came in, and it was a really changing day because I was naked in bed, and I woke up, and I was panicking because obviously my room was a mess, and like my mum was in bed and she was really, really ill, and not with it, and I had to explain to her what was going on whilst naked. But I mean, naked, but obviously with the police there, obviously it was a bit kind of, but it was just one of those things where obviously it wasn't a rude awakening because they were only caring for me, which is fine, but like. It's one of those things where I don't really think about it too much, which is why I think we refresh memory, because if you think about something loads, memory becomes faded and not true, if that makes sense. But, I don't know, it's one of those things where, like, I remember
I just remembered something else. When the police burst into my room and woke me up, do you know one of the first thoughts that went through my head when I realised they were police? Hillsborough. They heard me slagging off the police last night, talking about Hillsborough, and I'm going to be disappeared. I genuinely, for a second, I thought, oh God. First I thought, who are these strange people? It's weird, you opening your eyes and there is a stranger in your room shouting at you.
It's creepy.
Oh, it's terrifying. Even though it was a woman, perhaps it was even more terrifying as a woman, I don't know. But, then I thought, this is it, I'm gone. I'm gonna be disappeared. They're gonna bump me off. Sam, I've got to go because we're, coming up to the news. And it remind me, on the other side of the news, to tell you about the time I genuinely thought I was going to be murdered and disappeared by the Pakistan army. Absolutely true story. I stood there thinking, this is it. I am going to be vanished. No one's going to know where my body is.
Talk Radio.
Talk Radio.
Coming up to the last hour of the show, we'll take your call straight to air. Don't call us now, but jot down the number, please. 0844 499 1000. You can call in about anything you want. We can talk about angels, or we can talk about rude awakenings, or hair dryers, or We've had no one call in to confess to drying their genitals with a hairdryer at any point in their life. Come on, guys. I can't believe for a second that you lot of perverts out there don't do it. Of course you do.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
The wild man of late night radio is back.
Differently interesting nocturnal emissions from a legend of late night radio. Iain Lee, on air and off the leash.
On Talk Radio.
Well, we have ways of making you
kiss and tell, but I've been seen with Farrah. I've never been with anything less than a 9. So fine. I've been on fire with Sally Field, gone past with a girl named Bo, but somehow they just don't end up as mine. It's a death-defying life I lead. I take my chances. I die for living in the movies and TV. But the hardest thing I ever do is watch my leading ladies kiss some other guy while I'm bandaging my knee. I might fall from a tall building, I might roll a brand new car, 'cause I'm the unknown stuntman that made Redford such a star. I've never spent much time in school, but I taught ladies plenty. It's true, I hire my body out for pay. Hey, hey, I've gotten burned over Cheryl Teague's, blown up for Raquel Welch. But when I wind up in the hay, it's only hay. Hey, hey, I might jump an open drawbridge or Tarzan from a vine, 'cause I'm the unknown stuntman that makes Eastwood look so fine.
So this doctor has done what he is calling a scientific study, guys. He just looked at pictures. Oh, for goodness sakes. Professor of psychology, for goodness sakes, he looked at photographs. Actual photographs. I don't trust photographs, and I do not trust news footage that is taken from mobile phones. I don't trust news footage, because I want to know what happened for the 5 minutes before and the 5 minutes after that news footage was taken. This is Iain Lee, this is Talk Radio. The way this hour of the show is working at the moment is I sit here and I talk nonsense for as long as my voice will hold out. You call up 0844 499 1000. I touch the screen, I say line 1, you're on the wireless.
Mikaka-bigu, Alan Caddick.
Hang on a second, give me a second. Skakatuka-baga, Alan. Ega-biga fat-baga.
Makata-bigu, Martina Bayern Munich.
Makata-belege kasakatohoya football.
Mikaka lost Makiko Atletico Madrid, Makika Taka 1-0.
Ah, spectacular for boring.
Sayonara.
Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hello there. I wanted to get on the Iain Lee show.
What would you like to talk about?
I actually wanted to talk about, well, he asked if anyone had experiences with hair dryers, and I just wanted to say, well, I have. I've got quite an entertaining story for it.
Can you tell me what the story is?
Yeah, I can tell what the story is. Well, basically, I had to use it to kind of cool myself off. See, when you're young and you get your first girlfriend, you tend to be a little bit excitable, and you know how men can be. They can be quite visible when they're excited. So I had to use a hairdryer to cool off my balls, to stop the excitement.
Yes.
Do you reckon that's Do you reckon that's a good subject to have on the radio? I mean, it's quite embarrassing even telling you. So I guess maybe it's not right to have it on the radio.
Hair dryers are hot, aren't they?
No, it had a cool setting.
Cool
they can blow cool air. Yeah.
And so you just talk. Do you expose your balls, or do you do it through your pants?
Well, no. The best way for me, you need to take the pants off, man. I mean,
so your balls are exposed.
It's not going to really hit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's something that I'm not going to put you through to Iain. I don't think it would probably be the right thing to talk about this evening. But thank you so much.
Well, you're welcome. Thanks for having me on.
Do try and contribute again. I just think tonight that's 0844 499 1000. Calls cost 7p a minute plus your access charge significantly more from mobile telephones if you want to. And that's the papers. That's the flipping papers. Oh, the other big story was Paul McCartney's daughters kissing each other. That's not weird. It's in an affectionate way. So that is not weird. That's not weird. So, there's the other big stories. So the three big stories, right? Hillsborough, obviously. Silent 300 quid hairdryer. And someone drawing on cats. Those are the big stories of the day. 0844 499 1000. I mean, they've been in one paper, they couldn't be cleaned. In the Mail, they've been cleaned. I see what you've done there, you bloody cats. They are at an age when they should be happily chasing balls of wool. What is this, the 1930s? Who has? Do you have balls of wool at home? No one has balls of wool. You know you can buy clothes really cheaply. Thank God for China and Taiwan. Instead, these two kittens are recovering after being daubed with green and blue marker pens by Yobs. Yobs did this, guys. Yobs. The 4-week-old Toms, nicknamed... Oh, jeez... Shrek and Smurf. Now, I never got the attraction of the Smurfs, okay? They're Belgian, aren't they? Smurfs. I think they're Belgian. So we had the Smurfs cartoon in the 80s, and I never got it. It was just, And then they rebooted the Smurfs in, like, the last 4 or 5 years, I think, and there's a film, and the kids have watched it, I just don't get it. I don't get what the fuck... You know that Smurfette as well isn't a real Smurf. You know she was made by Gargamel so that all the Smurfs would get horny and they would follow her and Gargamel would... I don't know what he wanted to do to the Smurfs. Eat them? Instead, there we go. These two cats were handed into a cat charity after being found in a house by police. Katie Lloyd of Bradford Catwatch Rescue Kitten said, "We've dealt with some horrendous cruelty over the years." Tell me about it. We were talking about it yesterday, chopping their heads off. These cats got off lightly. "We've dealt with some horrendous cruelty over the years, but this is barbaric. It's not paint or spray. We reckon it's been done with marker pens." Now, and here's a nice touch, right? I don't condone this. This is awful. But she goes on to say, both Smurf and Shrek were meticulously coloured in. That's a direct quote. There are concerns. The pens may have caused serious health problems. The story then goes on to tell us cats lick their fur to clean themselves. Yeah, we know. We know what cats are. 08444991000. We know what cats are and what cats do, of course. Cats lick their fur to clean themselves, and chemicals in the ink can be toxic in larger amounts. Permanent marker pens also contain solvents, trust me, I know, that can harm cats if they breathe in the vapours. Oh no. This can't be real. This is horrible. You hate some people. That's why that angel lady was nice. These people are arses. Miss Lloyd feared the kittens were coloured to be thrown to a pack of dogs for sport. She claimed cats are died so punters betting on the outcome can know which one has just been killed first. No. She said this is not cats, a couple of idiots colouring in kittens. This is serious barbaric cruelty. And now they've washed the cats off, right? They've washed the cats off. But they've still got their kind of nose is still kind of green and one is still kind of blue. That's quite cute. I like that. But I still wouldn't recommend doing it. Don't condone it. Let's go line 1. Yes, line 1. Sorry, I didn't see you there. I was busy.
Hey, Ian.
Hello, Alan. How you doing, buddy?
Sorry I'm late, mate. I was in the booze all night.
Yeah, what happened? What did you get up to?
Oh, I was drinking 7 cans of Pepsi, having a night out with the lads. But I was watching on Periscope.
7 cans of Pepsi?
Yeah.
You must be off your nuts.
No.
I'm
still sober. But if I have 5 more cans, I will be off me nuts.
You sound a little bit hyper.
Well, it was Diet Pepsi.
Oh, in that case, it's fine. And yet you were watching this programme on periscope.tv/Iain Lee.
On my iPhone.
While you were out with the lads?
Yeah, because I was telling them about the show.
Oh, yeah.
And they were interested.
Who are the lads? What are their names?
There was Gok.
Gok?
As in Gokwan. And Steve.
As in Steve Allen?
No, Steve Clements.
So you were out with Gokwan and Steve Clements?
Well, that's my name. His real name's Paul, but we call him Gok because he looks like Gokwan.
All right, okay. He's a homosexual that gets women to take their clothes off?
No, he's straight.
And he gets women to take their clothes off?
Well, he's married.
And does he get his wife to take her clothes off? Is anybody nude in this story?
I don't know.
Okay.
Why doesn't it make his own business?
Okay, it's literally, he's right, guys. It's none of our business. Those questions were completely inappropriate. What you got for us, Al?
Well, I was wondering, does anyone still collect sticker albums?
Panini?
Yeah, the Euro 2016 sticker album.
My boys collect stickers, but like Star Wars and stuff.
Yeah, because I spent £10 on getting some stickers for the Euro 2016 sticker album, and I've only got 2 swaps.
Just remind me, Alan, how old are you?
36.
Yeah. You've only got 2 swaps, so you want what have you got that you want to swap?
I've got Adam Liana of England.
Alan who?
Adam Liana.
Adam Liana, yeah, of England, yeah.
And Aidan McGreedy of the Republic of Ireland.
A.D. McGreedy?
Aidan.
Aidan McGreedy. McGreedy.
Of the Republic of Ireland.
And who would you ideally, you never know, this might work, who would you ideally like in exchange for those gentlemen?
I would ideally have Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, I thought there would have been loads of Wayne Rooneys.
And Alan Ramsey.
Who?
Alan Ramsey from Wales.
Alan Wamsey, okay. Okay, well, let's put it out there, Alan. Let's see what happens. You never know. You might get lucky.
It just looks top.
I suppose it's inappropriate for you to go down to the playground, isn't it?
Well, it's too dark.
Alan, thanks very much indeed. 0844 499 1000. Well, the way this hour works is, I sit here in a darkened studio in South London, and you can call up. You can call up and you can do anything. You can talk nonsense, you can have a go, you can... whatever you fancy. If you're going to play a song, and I hope we get some calls, because I don't know if my voice is going to hold up. If you want to play a song or a bit of audio or something down the phone, you can do. I would suggest don't have it on speakerphone. Just put your phone next to it. Yes. Put your phone next to it and do it that way, because speakerphone is pony. Here's the thing. Tennis. I'm not a fan of tennis, okay? Well, I say that. Am I a fan of tennis? I don't think so. I don't think I'm a fan of tennis. I'd have to give it more consideration. No, I'm not. I don't like it. It's boring. What am I talking about? It's boring. I've seen it. No, it's boring. It's dull. Here's the thing, right? Wimbledon. If you get knocked out in the first round, have a guess how much you win. 0844 499 1000. Don't call in for that, because I'm going to tell you. Hang on, maybe... Line 1. Have a guess how much you win if you get knocked out in the first round of Wimbledon.
Goodness knows.
It's £30,000.
Wow, and that's for getting knocked out.
In the first round. I'll do that.
Yeah, why not?
I'll do that. I'll have that. Yes, please.
Easy money.
Easy, literally easy money. You just got to stand there. New balls, please. Why not? 30 grand.
Okay, where do I sign up?
Can you get... Right, you know you can get, like, breast surgery to make enhance your breasts, and you can now get, buttock surgery to enhance your buttock.
I'll believe you.
Well, no, it's true, you can. You can get, bum implants. Steady.
Yeah.
Bum implants. I'm saying bum implants.
Oh, dear. Take that which way we want.
No, I'm saying bum implants. Can you get, ball surgery... I know you can get a new one slipped in if you've had one removed because of testicular cancer.
Yeah.
Can you get surgery to improve the look of your balls?
Can you really improve the look of them?
Well, yeah, because they're ugly.
Well, yeah, downright. I mean, well, what can you do? I mean, they're just like sort of bumpy, aren't they?
I'd have mine smoothed out and levelled off, so they were hanging. Talking about testicles, Catherine. So, Kath just walked in next door, gone to Ed, I could see her go, what's he talking about? Oh, right, yes. Because one obviously hangs lower than the other. And am I the only... I think it's quite common in teenage boys... No one talks about balls, right, and we should. I think it's quite common in teenage boys to worry when your one ball hangs lower than the other. Did you worry, Ray?
Well, no. I mean, no, I never noticed it in myself. And
oh, come on.
At school, in the shower as well, we weren't comparing ball sizes or how low they're...
No, but come on, you're saying your balls are completely on a level?
So I'd say they are, yeah.
You're having a laugh. My,
I don't exactly go around with a spirit level.
My left one's hanging about half an inch down. It's true, but it's true. It's true. Most blokes are.
Okay.
Well, okay. Anyway, Ray, you've obviously not called in to talk about my testicles.
No. Last night I played box down the phone.
Oh, beautiful. Yes, well done.
And you seem to enjoy it.
I did enjoy it. Loved it. Box, one of my favourite bands.
I actually managed to get hold of a copy of the CD.
Yep.
Paid through the nose for it.
Yep.
But, you know.
Yeah, got import only, innit?
Yes, that's right.
I get a Christmas card from Box every year.
Oh,
every
terrific.
single year. Yeah. And I love those guys. It's a good album, isn't it?
It is, yes. Life is like a cornflake is the other good song on there.
Cornflake. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can't quite pronounce it.
Yeah. Oh, they're such a good band. They're such a good band. I love that. My ambition, and I will do it one day, is they tend to do a couple of gigs around Christmas time.
Yeah.
There's one, and I nearly did it. When I got the boot from the other place, I nearly went to Japan. I couldn't justify it at home, though, and I I didn't even broach the subject at home because I knew I would be shot down, rightfully so. But I was going to fly out to Japan for a week on my own to go and see Box.
Just for a week?
Well, yeah, exactly. You want to go to Japan. You want to go for 10 days minimum. But I couldn't really. I couldn't justify it. You know, we got bills to pay. You know, of course, I can't go off to Japan on my own, can I? It'd be crazy. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Anyway, Ray, is that what you called in for?
Yeah, that's it. And really, I've discovered so much fantastic music through your show. Really,
you're welcome. You're welcome.
Box, Recorder, Vitamin String Quartet.
Can I ask you a question?
Go on.
You know, we're in the same building as the Muppets that run Talk Sport.
Yeah, those guys.
Have you listened to any of it?
No. Since they went all sport, I abandoned them.
Makes me want to puke. You know the guys that are on now on Talk Sport?
What, Goldstein and Cundy?
Yeah.
Is it them?
Yeah. What do you make of those guys?
Well, I've never listened. I mean, the first I've heard of them was when you called them.
Yeah. Oh. That backfired a little bit then, didn't it? You're not tempted to listen to it, though?
No, certainly not. I've never understood football.
No.
Could never play it as a kid.
I've never understood... I tell you what I've never understood. Football, and I've never understood blokes and banter. And I bet, apparently, the other day... I wouldn't listen to the show if you'd pay me. But the other day, they were just getting their wangs out on the table. In the show. Goldstein says, "Here, Cundy, I'm going to get my wang out on the table." And Cundy went, "I bet you don't. Right, well, let's have a race to see who can get their wang out on the table first." And you had Zip and the Buckles go, and they go, "Yeah, I got a wang." And then people were phoning up going, "Yeah, all right, Cundy, all right, I've got my wang out on the table." People were phoning in with their wangs out on the table. Really?
Well, it's a blokey station, isn't it?
It's disgusting, isn't it? I wonder if their testicles hang level.
Well, feel free to ask.
I think I might do, Ray. Thanks for calling.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Ta-ta. 08444991000. Yeah. Mine, yeah. It's a thing that doesn't get dressed that often, really. I was just wondering if you can get breast surgery and bum surgery and Botox in your face, if you can get testicle surgery to make them more attractive. £30,000 to get knocked out of the first round of Wimbledon. I'll have some of that. I'd have some of that. How do I get into the first round of Wimbledon? I'm guessing I have to be a professional tennis player. Is that the thing? Oh, hang on a second. Yes, line one, you're on the wireless.
Morning.
It's not morning, it's night time. It's only morning once you've been to sleep.
After 12.
Yeah.
Midnight.
No. But you don't say... But it's not morning. Cause you don't go... I wouldn't now go out to Kath and go, "Good morning." That'd be stupid.
Not really.
Well, no, really. It's not morning.
Okay. You win.
That was easy. Fair play. I've just destroyed a blind man on the radio. How does that make me feel? Not great, to be honest, actually. Not great, Manny. You have made me have a bit of a guilt attack there.
Why?
Because you're blind, and I destroyed your argument.
Never mind.
Oh, now I'm having a double guilt attack. This is awful. He's totally destroying me here. This is incredible. Yeah. Manny, what have you called in for?
Just to say hi.
Okay, well, you said it, and I'm really, really glad you did. Let's go to line 2. 2, you're on the wireless. Hello?
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 Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Yep.
Hello, can you hear me?
Unfortunately, yes.
Is that Iain?
Yes, is that Drunk Neil?
Yes, it is Drunk Neil. I'm not live on the radio, am I?
Unfortunately, we haven't spoken for about an hour when you were quite obnoxiously drunk. How much more booze have you had since then?
I'm not. I wasn't obnoxious.
You were rude.
But I have drunk considerably since the last time we spoke.
Good
yeah.
lad. Here we go.
Yes.
Adrian is saying on Twitter, and Adrian generally tells the truth on Twitter.
Oh, carry on with Adrian, yeah.
There is a Polynesian tribe that navigate with their balls. Dipped into the ocean, they are sensitive enough to detect known currents. Really?
No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The only things on this planet that can detect currents are fish, maritime species.
Here we go.
Humans are not maritime species. We eat maritime species, quite frankly. And to anyone that thinks that humans can, lay lines and all that paranormal spookiness,
hang on a second.
I'd pick that up into a big ball, and I'll pick all that paranormalness.
Yeah, what?
And I will drop kick it straight over the long grass.
Someone has sent me a link, right, to something that looks...
Carry on, yeah. Carry on with the link. It's not about canals, is it? By any long shot.
Well, in some ways, it's about it's about a type of canal. Yes.
Is it about a canal? That is fantastic.
It's about
I
penis
love
canal.
canals. I'll talk about locks and talk about barges and the values of canals and the regeneration of canals in this day and age, and the fact that they were a man-made construction.
The thing is, well, they're canals. Of course, canals are man-made.
But these days, they are a natural preservative, which are harbouring natural wildlife.
The canals cool the country down. That's a fact.
Canals, and they harbour wildlife as well.
Have you ever pulled the plug out of a canal? You know they've got plugs in.
I'll tell you what I've done. I've dropped a lark in a canal. I've dropped my lark in a canal.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, Ian.
Oh, God.
You have to drop your lark in a canal.
Okay, so say that one more time.
You would...
Okay. So I've been sent a link. MoregateUrology.com. Right. And it looks like a spoof, but it looks real. Are things a bit stretched down there? Do you have a long scrotum? Men come to Moorgate Urology to improve the appearance of their scrotum. The medical term for lifting the scrotum is scrotoplasty. A scrotum which is excessively stretched can be a source of discomfort and embarrassment for men. No, this is a spoof. No, this is not real. No, that is a spoof. That has got to be 100. Hang on a second. That's got to be a spoof, hasn't it? Line one.
Hello, can I speak to Ian?
What would you like to say?
Well, I was going to... a couple of things, really, but our chimney just caught fire about 2 hours ago, just as I was about to phone in earlier, so we've had a bit of an evening of it, but...
have you managed to put
to him about...
What did you want to talk to him about? Go on.
Oh, no, I wanted to speak to Ian because I'm producing an album of duets between my mother's two dead cats, and I really wanted to look at doing a Christmas single of Band-Aids Do They Know It's Christmas, but getting other cats involved.
Ian's not talking about cats tonight. Could you call back tomorrow?
Yes.
He's planning a cat special tomorrow. Would that be okay?
I'd love that. Yeah, Ian. Could I talk to you about cats?
No.
Did your...
08444991000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, you can. 7 pence a minute plus access charge significantly more from mobiles. Or you can call in about anything you want, really. Kath, do you want to come in? My voice is going, so I could do with all All the flipping help I could get. All the help I could get. Voice is going, Kath.
Yeah. Can I just say, leave your balls alone.
Huh?
Leave them alone. They're not supposed to be gorgeous. They're supposed to look like Rupert Murdoch.
Why is that? Because, why are genitals ugly? You would have thought evolution would have made them attractive.
Mm. No, because you're not supposed to be looking at them, are you? You're supposed to be popping them away. That's why. I think that's that, and that's why they invented romance and music, so to distract from the horror.
Let's face the ballsack and dance. Colin Fernandez
Yeah.
is the science correspondent of the Daily Mail.
Is he now?
And all of his stories have got very, very little to do with science and a lot to do with rubbish.
Okay.
And 0844 499 1000, by the way. And this is, I mean, it's staggering. The science correspondent, so he's not talking about breakthroughs in nanotechnology or the fact that we might be able to fire off tiny, tiny little spaceships that, you know, kind of neuron spaceships that could travel faster out to the galaxy. That's the plan.
Yeah, I know.
That's the plan.
Those tiny satellites and that.
Yeah. No,
So what's Professor Fernandez got for us?
how a bag of crisps brightens a boring day. That's not science. When a day at work feels never-ending, grabbing a packet of crisps can seem a good way to break the monotony.
Get it?
As long as it's not that pop... You know I don't like the popcorn.
No, or mini cheddars. That's a boring crisp, isn't it?
I like mini cheddars.
I like them, but I wouldn't choose them. I'll have them if they're the last thing in the cupboard.
I like the mini cheddars. Yes, line one. Sweet. Biggest selling single of 1967. You know what's coming out on Friday?
The Monkees.
The first Monkees single since 1987. It's coming out Friday.
Oh.
We might... I know we're not a music station, but if it comes out in time, we might get the world exclusive. We might be the first radio station in the world to play that Monkey single. How cool would that be?
That would be pretty sweet.
Seriously, I am so... just... He does a good sex noise in this in a second. He goes, does that.
He's partial to that, isn't he?
Sex.
No,
He's
that
had
noise.
3 or 4 wives.
Well.
Nesmith does a hoo-ah, and Dolenz does a he's gone. Nesmith does the hoo-ah, and Dolenz does the the
I think
release.
that's very telling.
You know I've got Mickey Dolenz's phone number.
Yeah.
He's coming on the show.
I know.
When's Les coming on?
Well, it's supposed to be sometime in the next couple of weeks, but it's all gone very quiet.
He does that. He does that.
I'll have another little poke. A gentle one.
So Beyonce's got an album coming out.
Lemonade, it's already out. Except it's not an album. It's a visual thing as well.
Oh, for crying out loud, a pop video.
It's like an oeuvre.
It's a pop video.
It's called Lemonade.
You know, invented MTV?
Yes.
Michael Nesmith of the Monkees.
Mm-hmm.
So she made a pop video.
A really long one.
And she's working it. She's a genius. She's a porny genius. She's a porn baron. She's like Richard Desmond, a porn baron.
Right.
Or I'm thinking of Keith Barron. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
You know, he's a hapless holiday maker.
In a second. Yes, line one.
Iain,
Yeah.
you're going for the papers, aren't you?
Yeah.
Is there a crossword?
I'm not very good at crosswords, so I don't know where they are. Here we go. Not doing Sudoku. Hidato. What the bloody hell is that rubbish?
What?
Hidato. Let's do a Hidato. No, let's do...
crosswords.
All right, mate, calm down. Here we go. Daily Mail crossword. We might as well.
Go on.
Do you want us to call you back? Because this will cost you a fortune.
Hang on.
All right. One across. Arrange meals out for bosom pal. 8 letters. What we've got so far. Blank, blank, blank. Blank, blank. Blank, blank, blank. Arrange meals out for bosom pal. Bosom is breast. Breasticles? Does it fit?
No.
B-R-E-A-S-T. No, it doesn't.
You've been sidetracked by the bosom.
Titicle? No.
Arrange meals out. You're meant to... The bosom is the clue. It's the clue.
What about the meals? And the out?
Arrange meals out. Oh, breastfeed. Breastfeed. 8 letters. Arrange meals out. Where are the answers?
That's 9 letters, Ian.
Okay. Arrange meals out.
Shut up, Ed.
Yeah, shut up.
Yeah,
Ed.
shut up, Ed.
Yeah. Arrange meals. Arrange. Book meals. Book food for bosom, tit, pal, friend. Book food, tit, friend.
That sounds reasonable. Does that fit?
No.
Yeah, shut up, Kath.
Yeah, shut up, Kath.
Hey!
All right, let's try another one. Let's try one down. Here we go. Rugby game level between schools. Is this cryptic?
God knows. What? What's crossword?
Is it cryptic crossword? I don't want cryptic. I want normal.
Is there a word search instead?
No, I don't want the word searches. Rugby game level between schools.
Tie. School tie.
How many letters?
6 letters. Blank, 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 blank. This is... Oh! Hang on, that doesn't... Well, someone's given the answer for one across. Arrange meals out for bosom pal. Soulmate.
Hey?
What?
What?
That doesn't make any sense, Stu in Brighton. Shut up, Stu in Brighton.
Shut up! Tell him.
That's just wrong.
All right, here we go. This will be another one. 12 across, 4 letters. Bananas and other fruits of the forest. Nuts.
Yeah.
That's right, isn't it?
No, nuts not fruit.
4 letters? No, it's not.
Nuts is 4 letters. Shut up, caller.
Just fill it in. Don't matter anyway. You can make it fit.
This is... I hate crosswords. Why did you make us do the crossword?
I just thought it might...
Shut up!
Hang up. Hang up. Hang up.
Hang up?
Hang up.
Not me.
Yeah, I can't be bothered to cut you off. Hang up. Yeah, got rid of that.
Delete your Twitter.
Yeah, delete your phone number. Here we go. For 2 decades, chorister David Smith has climbed a 20-foot ladder to light his church's chandelier candles.
You must be tired.
Oh, for crying out loud, can't you just grow up? Hang on, someone's giving us the answers. Fair play. Meals out. It's an anagram.
Lemons.
Soulmate. Lemons. But how do you know it's meant arrange meals out?
I don't know.
Arrange meals out. So you've got to change the letters around. Soulmate. All right, we've got one.
All right. That's why I hate...
I didn't know it was cryptic. I thought it was normal.
That's why I hate crosswords.
Is it? Oh, it's a normal one on the back.
Let's do the normal one.
There we go. Hang on a second. Yes, line 1.
You really got me going. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, you really got me going. You got me so I get me bending. You really got me going. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, you really got me going. You got me so I get me bending. You really got me. You really got me. You really got me.
Bloody racket.
Such a child.
Bloody racket. Yes, line 1. 2, you're on the wireless.
No.
Hello? And then it does
It's a
that
good one.
sometimes. If that was you, line 2, try and call again, because something went wrong there. Line 1, you're on the wireless. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, you're on the air.
You alright? Listen, I'm a grown man and I dry my nuts on the hairdryer.
Did you hear that?
No.
He's a grown man and he dries his nuts on the hairdryer.
Why don't you
Well,
use...
I used to, but I don't anymore.
Why don't you use a towel?
Burn them off.
No, well, what happens is I do in between my feet with a hairdryer, but I don't do my nuts anymore because I don't have hair around my nuts anymore. I beat them.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's try line 2. 2, you're on the wireless.
Hey up, Ian.
Hello, Russ. How you doing, mate?
All right, mate, just a quickie, sorry to bother you. I had a bit of a quirky track I thought you might like earlier. Well, I haven't got it lined up, but if you want to have a look at it. It's by an artist called Busy Signal.
What?
Yeah, I know, just... it's actually... it's on an advert, TV advert at the minute, but I found out what the song is. It's the song's called Sports Day, in brackets, Everybody Move, and it's like real quirky tune. I think it's up your street.
Hang on a second, you must be talking about this.
That's it.
Hey, girl, me like it. Me like when you ride and bubble and tip on your
right.
Me like it.
This is right up my street.
She is singing in a different language.
It's Crazy Frog. It's Crazy Frog.
In many ways, yeah.
Isn't it? I like that.
Is it tickle the old giggling pit?
I like that. That's good. That's a good tune. Have you heard, Russ, the rap song about Clark's shoes?
About what?
Clark's shoes.
No, I haven't, no.
I can't remember, he's from the Caribbean somewhere. Vibes Cartel. In certain parts of the world, Clark's shoes are considered to be pucker.
I thought it was Africa.
No, I think I said Africa. I think it's like the Caribbean, or maybe it might be Africa. It's somewhere in the world where Clark's shoes are considered pucker.
Primo.
And listen to this, here we go.
They ain't a hot skull, but tell me something. And when you get the new Clarks, the daddy, I wish color that daddy no party. And you alone have the style, the daddy. The queen for England, have to love off yardy. And when you get the new Clarks, the daddy, I wish color that daddy no party. And you alone have the style, the daddy. The queen for England, have to love off yardy. Real bad man, no muggle in a shorts. Straight jeans, cut off foot pants. Everybody have to ask when me get my Clarks. Everybody have to ask when me get my Clarks.
I think he killed a man.
Really?
I've got an image of Yardies walking around in Clark's shoes now.
I think Vibes Cartel killed a man shortly after releasing that song, Clark's. So
wow, that escalated then, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Well, don't... You can knock him down, you can slander his name all over the place, but whatever you do, do not get dirt on Vibes Cartel's Clark's, otherwise he will shoot you, Gangster Sally. And his gun would be pointed not straight on, it will be turned on the side.
You can't shoot like that.
Well, Vibes Cartel can.
No.
That's if he has actually murdered someone. If he's not, I've libelled him. You should probably Google it, shouldn't I? Tell you what, Russ, we're going to take a break and let's find out if Vibes Cartel is actually a murderer. Well, I am pleased to announce that Vibes Cartel murdered Clive Lizard Williams in 2014. He will not be eligible for parole for 35 years. So, Mr. Cartel, who the big man now? Me.
You're very brave when he's locked up.
Yes.
What if he busts out?
Well, first of all, right, no one in this country knows about this radio station, so the chance of a Jamaican prisoner knowing about it, very, very slim. Secondly, he won't bust out there. Thirdly, my name is Id, and I'm from New Zealand. 0844 499 1000. It's the last 12 minutes of the show. It's often called the golden era of the show. It's when things really start to take off. And
well, yesterday it was when we got talking about drying your cojones with a hairdryer.
Yeah.
In public. Do you remember when you got changed in a corridor?
I do. Yeah. I was in Birmingham. I thought it was the dressing room. I thought, that's weird. That was weird.
There was a woman with her children who was giving you evils and you couldn't work out why.
Oh, yeah, and it turned out it was just a hallway. That was weird. Someone should have said something. And I'm so lucky, because then I heard loads of women coming, and I thought, oh. And then it dawned on me, this is a corridor.
Wow.
But why would she not say something? I mean, she was protecting her children.
Because that's what happens when you're a Brit.
She thought I was a sexual deviant.
She probably couldn't believe her eyes.
I think I had a towel around me. I think I did the towel thing. Here's what you don't see anymore. You don't see people changing into their swimming costumes on beaches with their towels around them. Right. You don't see that. You don't see windbreakers anymore.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Where?
If you go to the coast.
Well,
like a beach.
Yeah.
You'll see windbreakers. We went to, where was it, Devon, a couple of years ago. We had a windbreaker. We knocked it in with some rocks.
The beach. 5 points, by the way, if anybody can name the Beach Boys song, which mentions windbreakers.
Is it Wow Wow Windbreakers?
Oh, don't just.
What is it then?
It's you need a mess of help to stand alone.
Oh.
Let's hang on a minute. Let me type in Beach Boys. I know how to circumnavigate. So I just typed in Beach Boys mess, and then it just comes up.
Skillful, that.
This is good. So you like this? This is a good song. First line.
Oh.
That's them playing it live on the on Grey Whistle Test. I need a whole lot of sunshine to keep my sundial advancing. This is such a good song. I've never seen this footage. Mike Love's in a dressing gown. He's in a dressing gown.
And a flat cap.
You need a mess of help to stand alone. This is brilliant. I've never seen this. This is a band that were completely lost at this stage, but they made some of the best music.
Did they hate each other at this point?
Yeah. Got 2 South Africans in the band.
What was the dressing gown about?
Daryl Dragon on the guitar, keyboards. Here we go. Then they're about to make magic. Listen to this. Listen to this. How have I never seen this? And I heard a Beach Boys song today I've never heard as well. How's this possible? And they found new Beatles footage today that's never been seen before. Incredible. Here we go. Wow. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here they come, here the Beach Boys.
She don't know, she don't know, she don't know what she don't know, she don't know.
Love it. How have I never heard that before? I've seen that before. Yes, line 1, you're on the wireless.
No.
Hello?
Hiya. Just shocked. I've gone through all your online to try and find the number.
Yeah.
Hiya, and I love the show. I've been listening. Been listening since Howard started and you started.
Yeah.
Can I just say that the thing about the hairdryer?
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. You said that. Did you say Dyson made this one that's going to cost an arm and a leg?
It's going to cost £300.
Right. Okay. It's an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
Now, what they don't market and what they haven't come into the market at all.
Yeah.
And it's time for them to think about it. Us women who have been on the change once and are going through it again and again and again.
Yeah.
And the sweat starts from the top of your head and right the way down. So I want a hairdryer that is on mega cool.
Well,
good for your hair, apparently. But if you can get that, if anyone can design that,
you can.
If anyone can design it, honestly,
No, you can. So we haven't got it because the last hairdryer blew up. But you can get hairdryers and they have a button and it does icy cold air comes out of it.
Yeah,
it's meant to make your hair shinier.
Yeah, I know, but if you're right-handed and you're pressing that button, hon, you're pressing that button. I've been through the change once. I'm now on the bit where the hairdryer gets launched across the bedroom.
Oh.
I'm 52.
Yep.
Nearly. And now it's like, okay, so I can dry one part of my hair.
Why only one part of the hair? I'm
right, one side of my hair on the lukewarm and the icy cold. I'm right-handed.
Yeah.
But when you start to do
You can't press
when
the
you
button with the left
start
hand.
to do your right-hand side of your hair,
Yeah.
and you're trying to press it with your the ice cold button, it's virtually impossible. So I need one that sort of blows. I don't care if you look like a throwback to the 80s and that you look like you've been startled, but I just want something that I'm free. I can't do it. I have to get back in the shower. I can dry one side of my hair, go straight back in the shower, come back.
Still have the same problem.
Shove a load of mousse on and lie under the fan.
Could you not stick the button down with some sellotape?
No, you can't. No, you can't. You have to have.
What?
It's You have. I got this hair right. You have to have. It's too much pressure. You can't do that.
Is it like a lawnmower, where the lawnmower is where you have to press the black button and then do the handle?
Honey, I'm allergic to cut grass. The chances of me cutting the grass are none than that all.
Because of the change.
I would just like some manufacturer out there to say, oh well, yeah, there is a market for people who are past
their sell-by date.
Past our sell-by dates. No, I'm not saying that.
It.
I'm just our sell-by. I'm just saying that, you know, when I've tried plant extract HRT. That's another question that they should bring up in this one and see how many witches come up on the programme. HRT, I only got the plant extract. If you look into what happens to proper HRT, they make the horses abort and all these women go off thinking they're fabulous. No, it doesn't work like that in the normal world.
Well, listen, thank you so...
No, it's just a thought for you know, for another talk time.
Yeah.
But as for Dyson, can you just say, Dyson, if you're so bloody clever, can they get... well, I'm sorry, but can they get an ice cold
you could get ice
hairdryer, and it shouldn't cost ridiculous amounts.
Thank you for that. We will discuss that in depth another time. Thank you.
Okay. If it comes up as my name's Tracy, I would rather you just put my other name as Flower. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, Flower. We're starting to get there. We've had a couple of... This is when I was a teenager, and in my 20s, early 20s. This is what late night radio was, and we're starting to get there. And I love all the people that call in, all the people that have followed me from all of the stations. Thank you so much. I am amazed and humbled, and I'm touched by your loyalty, genuinely. But that call, we had a couple last week. We've had a couple more tonight. Mm-hmm. That for me is what late night radio is about. She doesn't have a clue who I am, and no reason should she. And her point is a great one. Women that have gone through the change want a hairdryer where you can dry both sides of your hair with cold hair. Cold air on her hair. Tracy Flowers. It's a powerful message.
I mean, it's a dream, isn't it?
Well, we made it to the end of the show. Looks like we made it once again, guys. Tomorrow's Thursday. We might have Roger McGuinn on. We're certainly going to talk to him tomorrow, whether we get it edited for tomorrow or Friday. That's our business. Huh? It's our business, guys. You deal with it. There'll be a podcast up in a few minutes. We'll be back tomorrow at 10. From Id, from Catherine, and from myself. Ta-ta.
Talk Radio.
We've got entertainment, and we're not afraid to use it. Talk Radio.